everybody. Welcome to Downtime Activities, and welcome to Vox Noctis, which is my little homemade one-shot tabletop RPG, kind of mixed with kind of some party game elements and some board game elements in terms of the characters consist of more secrets than stats, and everybody kind of has their own objectives and agendas. The year is 1889 in northern Britain. You are all part of a little society obsessed with the occult and the macabre. And the leader of your little society, Lord Blackmore, recently fell ill and died. You have all been invited out to his manor for the funeral, a few days after his death, and to stay the night after the funeral. Count Greystone, Elizabeth, and Samuel Robbins, the three of you are sharing a carriage from the train station out to Lord Blackmore's manor. And the weather is terrible, as is befitting a funeral for an occultist. It is already getting quite dark, and it is a pretty profound thunderstorm. Luckily, you are all in an enclosed carriage. And you can really barely even notice sort of the wrought iron gates surrounding the manor's grounds and the massive cemetery around it as you guys sort of roll up to the house. The carriage stops in the yard, and you're all, the driver kind of steps down and, get your bags down and stuff and open the door for you all.
Terribly chilly.
And I guess you can also all describe your characters as the first three that are running.
I'll go first. So, Count Greystone is an older gentleman with a handlebar mustache and white balding hair. He's a big man, broad in the chest, looks like he's probably served in the military. Big stomping boots, and just dressed in a standard kind of wool ensemble. Wool jacket, wool vest, button-up shirt. He looks very, straight and narrow. Kind of weird that he would be part of an occultist group. He doesn't have weird sigils or jewelry or anything
or
like
guyliner.
that. Or guyliner. Yeah, exactly. He seems like just the the quintessential British gentleman of the time, right? Just a real kind of guy.
Are you armed, I presume?
Yes, he has a pistol and a cane.
Is it just a cane?
Is it ever just a cane?
What's the quote from The Simpsons? Oh, cool, a sword cane. Everything on this table is sword cane, sword lamp, sword pineapple.
Yeah, so he just getting out of the cold, stomping in,
Blustering.
Yeah.
I am the enchanting Esmeralda. I look like a enchanting Elizabeth. Sorry, not Esmeralda.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
You're already lying.
You're already lying. I don't trust you.
Not even players know what I'm doing. But I very much am just sort of like a Roma who is quite like a fortune teller, and I'm just kind of just here. I do look like kind of the shady type that would be in an occult, for sure. Very pretty, very enchanting.
Give the evil eye.
And I have a Roma clothes, and I'm dressing for the part. Yes.
Okay. I'm Samuel Robbins. I am wearing a dark leather cap, kind of heavily armed, wearing gloves, two 2 pistols on my hips. I'm not really, nothing really like wool or anything like that. I don't look like I come from nobility, but essentially it could, upon looking at me, it'd be like the occult hired me for either odd jobs and ends, and I just kind of stuck around, essentially.
Ruffian.
Ne'er-do-well.
Ne'er-do-wells. Hey, buddy, Leather Club's next door.
And you would all know each other.
Yes.
You may not be terribly familiar with each other, but you all worked together in the past. People come and go from this manor kind of all the time, and you've all kind of taken little trips primarily around Britain and Europe as part of the occult society, and primarily on Lord Blackmore's dime. He's a quite wealthy man, which is part of the reason that like this manor is so large, and it is located, being sort of obsessed with the macabre in the middle of this massive cemetery. Coming up to the house, there are lights on in the on the ground floor of the house, and you can see lights kind of farther out in the cemetery where you guys know the gardener's cottage is. And walking up to the door, and I presume ringing the bell.
Oh no, I like slam on the knocker.
Okay. The door will be opened almost immediately by somebody who seems to have been expecting you.
Yeah.
Welcome to the estate. As you see, Mr. Bridges, the long-term trusted butler of Lord Blackmore, open the door and gesture you all in.
So the butler did it.
And he's Count, right? Or
Count.
Count, milady, sir, come in. I'm wearing a well-kept, if old, suit, and I'm a bit of a bruiser. I'm a pretty big dude with kind of a brick of a head. Built, strong, stocky, not the most to look at. I'm probably middle-aged, got a small crop of thinning kind of salt and pepper hair on top of my head, clean shaven, and gesture filled in. And I will happily take hats, coats, anything wet over my arm and start walking you all out of the hall and to the lounge. And getting to as I walk the hall, I do put a hand up, having you all stop. I'm going to reach into my jacket pocket and pull out a small silver bell and go ding, 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 ding. Put it back in and then continue walking and open the door to the lounge and say, "There are some drinks here for you. Take a seat while we wait for the rest of the guests to arrive."
Certainly wouldn't mind a whiskey.
Thank you.
There is a liquor cabinet in.
Or I guess it would be a brandy, since we're in England.
There would, whiskey as well.
Whiskey?
I'll take a whiskey.
No, what's the American? Bourbon. That's the American whiskey. I'm like, what's the one that I wouldn't have?
Yeah, you would have more probably
Peasant
Scotch.
Peasant brew. The damn Yankees.
Yeah. I will sit them in the lounge and then go probably to whatever coat closet there's in the hall, hang their stuff up, and then stand at the door waiting for the rest of the people to arrive.
It will not be long before a second carriage does come rolling through the country, the drenched and dour countryside towards Lord Blackmore's Lad Blackmore. That's what they called him back in the day.
You say Vlad
I
or
said
Lad?
That's what Count Greystone called them back at finishing school.
Yes.
It's me, mate. Lad Blackmore.
He's a dollar soldier.
The jokes from before
Here we go.
This carriage only has 2 occupants, that being Professor Ringo and the Adeptus Major, Mr. Wicks.
Pleasure to meet another academic.
Yes.
That's the voice.
Yes.
And it's kind of the same thing. You barely even really notice the wrought iron gates.
Oh, they don't
go
creak
by as you,
ominously?
It's if they do, it's
Drowned
too
out.
much of a downpour. Drownpour. It's too much of a downpour to hear. You know that normally they do creak quite ominously. Both opening and closing.
They don't oil them.
It just fits the whole aesthetic. You guys will pass another carriage headed out as you arrive, and the driver similarly pulls up to the door, sort of gets your luggage down from the carriage, and will open the door for you. If you'd like to, because you don't have to describe your characters, but everybody else did.
I am Lysander H. Wicks, Adeptus Major of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, researcher of all things esoteric. He's very tall, kind of like older-ish, like has a long grain beard, and is like extremely thin, like looks like you could just snap him in half so easily.
He's a twigman. He's a slenderman.
Yeah.
It's Slenderman.
Yeah.
I am John Paul George Ringo, professor of archaeology and history.
Can't take this seriously.
That's what a university.
From Liverpool.
Of course.
I'm employed at Strawberry Fields University.
Strawberry Fields.
You can call me Professor Ringo. I do not care for music.
Well,
It's an odd thing to throw in. Don't like music.
I really don't care for it. Especially the popular music.
What would that be at the time? That would be like
Classical.
Boats
No,
are.
it
It's
wouldn't
not
be-
classical
it wouldn't be
now. It's just
classical,
music.
Yeah, that's true.
It's either instrumental or gospel. Those are your two options. Is orchestral or gossip. Gospel singing.
gossip.
It's hymns and
Opera is
orchestral.
quite popular.
Yeah,
Opera.
operatic.
I'm a gossip singer.
What about like Tin Pan Alley stuff? Is that popular in England?
probably not in the 18.
Yeah, this.
how about good old American country?
Hurdy-gurdy's going around.
That is probably true.
You can't stand hurdy-gurdies.
But that might be considered a little old-fashioned.
It's true, actually.
More than a little old-fashioned, probably.
Secrets were revealed.
Nobody paid attention.
Yeah.
I do like that quite a few people wrote various secrets down, sort of in code or in a way that they would be like, I'll understand what this means.
I know what it means. Even better yet, they won't.
Quite out of character for my character. None of them are written in code. All of mine are very blunt, like.
Yeah, mine's very blunt because
And quite similarly, you will be met at the door, essentially as soon as you knock on it or pull on the bell rope.
Do you knock or do you pull on the bell?
I'll use the bell thing. Sure.
Is it like a big ominous gong
No,
chime?
it's a smaller bell. It's essentially just like mounted next to the front door, just inside.
Gang, clang, clang,
And it's essentially just like a pull cord that goes, kind of into the house and rings the bell.
Yeah, pretty much immediately the door will open and then. Welcome to the Blackmore estate.
Good to see you
Professor.
again, Boris.
Adeptus Major. A pleasure to see you both. Please, come in.
You could just call me Lysander.
Of course.
Getting friendly with the staff, are you?
Allow me to take your coats.
I'll keep mine, that's fine.
Dripping wet.
Trench coat, but there's lots of trinkets in the pockets, so I don't want to lose my
I'm not wearing a coat.
Let's get dripping wet.
Allow me to fetch you
Fucking
both
weirdos.
a towel. Please wait a while. We'll walk around to like a storage closet somewhere, get a towel for each of them, bring it back, and hand it to them to dry off before they enter the estate.
I fucking love that. No, I'm not wearing a coat.
Dripping wet.
No, I want a really goofy character.
I have to clean this jacket off.
You rat bastards!
And if you all dry off, I will walk them through the hall, probably just to the doorway of the lounge, and then opening the lounge door saying, "The rest of the guests have arrived. If we would like to move this to the dining room, feel free to bring whatever beverages you have with."
I'll snag the whole bottle of whiskey.
Okay.
And is
Being a
everyone
little
gonna?
greedy.
You can have some if you want.
Where are we going?
Just
Snag
across
it.
the hall. And gathering everybody again. Once everyone kind of walks out into the hall before entering the dining room, I'll reach into my jacket, pull out a small silver bell, ring it a couple times, look around, put it back in my pocket. Then I'll open the door to the dining room and gesture for everyone to enter. And I assume the table's set, but there's probably no courses out yet.
Right.
I think it is very important to note where everybody sits at the dining room, who you're sitting next to.
Oh, well, I took my spot.
The professor and the Adeptus Major can each, I think, take an extra token for the no and I'm not worried.
Right. Sure, I'll just sit right there.
Everybody
Actually,
avoids the radio.
I'll sit there.
Avoids trench coat boy over here. And
Avoids Trenchcoat Boy and the noble.
make yourselves at home. I will check on the appetizers. And I will leave the dining room and go to the kitchen. I assume the cook is busy at work.
Mary McDonaldson, the cook, has been busy most of the afternoon, but everything seems to be ready to go.
Okay. I will assist her with bringing out the first course.
Yeah.
Walk back in with first course and set out whatever the first course is.
It is a quite somber meal. I mean, Lord Blackmore's estate is sort of intentionally unwelcoming, and sort of paired with the fact that the house is sort of quieter than usual, there being one less occupant, and the constant thunder and pounding rain from outside makes it just sort of, unless there's a lot of conversation at the table, it's going to make it kind of in like quite awkward quite awkward meal.
I'm lifting my voice to speak over the thunder and rain and the well, damn shame. Anybody hear what finally got him?
I believe I heard it was an illness of some sort.
Damn shame.
That's all I know about it.
I'm just standing in the corner. I'm probably standing in the corner waiting for anybody to say if they need any other drinks or anything, and eyeing all of you with violent suspicion.
Lawrence, did you see the body?
We will all be viewing the body at the ceremony after dinner.
Oh.
Open casket.
But you haven't seen it yet.
I helped prepare it, yes.
That's strange.
Well,
He says, handing you another plate.
It's fucking
how did it
disgusting.
look? What was going on with him?
Remarkably and impeccably dead.
I think, I think I'm going to have to pass on some of the food, thank you.
I'm sorry, my lady. I did not mean to spoil your appetite.
No, it's just this dreary weather and this whole fucking situation. I'm not very hungry.
Enough to make any of us.
That's no language for a lady at all. No, that's an out of character joke.
I was
Don't
going to
reference
say,
it.
go fuck yourself.
I think it does kind of like.
I don't understand. He was old. Old people die.
What an astute
Oh,
observation, Professor.
How old was he even?
I don't know.
Far too young. Handing the last plate down in front of you.
You would all know that he was in his 60s.
He's in the prime of his life.
He looked pretty good for his age, but
Wish I looked like him when I was 60.
How old are you?
I never elaborate. I am old enough to have gray hair and balding on top.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start pulling out a cigarette.
You're just gonna.
You have like one of the long, like put
Yeah.
down the extender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Left my cigars at home.
As I reach into my little vest and I pull out 2 cigars, and I'll just hand one to the count.
I'll walk over, pulling probably a matchbox out of another pocket.
Ah, perfect. Good man.
Light it for you. Light it for you. Light it for the lady first, and then for each
Yes,
of them.
yes.
Toss it into a little jar in the corner.
I'm not sure we've met before. What was your name again?
I'm Samuel Robbins.
Maybe we have met.
I've encountered everybody, but
On our
I'm
trip
usually
to Egypt.
yes.
Remind me of your area of study.
Not really an area of study. I'm an exterminator of sorts.
I believe you carried our bags.
I did for a little bit, but I didn't. I was
All
not.
in the Nile.
I was not long a part of the incursion in Egypt.
Quite a nice dinner for an exterminator.
More of an excurge than an incursion.
Well, an excurge. You know what? Big words are not my
Maybe
forte.
you can do something about that cockroach.
Not that kind of. Not.
Good show.
and you don't know, like everywhere I move, it's very slow and lumbering.
Yeah.
Almost like, not quite like limping, but borderline like,
Frankenstein-esque.
it's almost like Frankenstein's monster, like lumbering. Very heavy.
Yeah.
What Boris, what is our itinerary for the night?
Well, we shall be enjoying the rest of this meal, and from there we will adjourn to the ballroom for our ceremony, seeing off Lord Blackmore.
No.
An open casket funeral amongst colleagues. And you have all had rooms prepared to stay here for the eve.
Oh, you already got yours.
Wait,
Erickson's read his down.
but it's wrong.
Oh.
It is good.
It's Elizabeth, not Esmeralda.
You said Esmeralda.
Yeah, but she lied. It was
I lied.
Elizabeth.
She did correct herself.
I did.
I remembered one.
You only get one.
It's and is it Boris or Morris?
It's
the-
Boris, but every time you've come here, it's been Mr. Bridges.
Mr. Bridges. Okay.
Mr. Bridges.
If you want to change it, you can.
Similarly, it's Count Greystone. Nobody knows my first name.
It is the Count
Yeah, the
or
Count.
Greystone.
One name I remembered.
Damn.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Obviously, everybody knows my name just
I
because
guess
I
we'll
don't
just see what
hide
surprises
my
the little
name.
bastard left for us.
A fucking body.
The biggest surprise.
Yes, yes, I believe that's what is left when one dies. Yes.
But not the only thing, some might say.
Do you care to elaborate?
Well, I mean, occultists, are we not?
Right, but
I'm an archaeologist.
Did you say archaeologist? I'm an archaeologist.
Are you feeling a bit cold, Professor? Would you like me to gather you a blanket, perhaps?
A jacket.
A robe?
He looks a bit pale.
Yes.
You could use some color.
That would be nice.
I will see if the Lord has a spare robe.
The Lord always provides.
And I'd probably come back a little bit with a fairly plush, velvety red robe. Put it over your shoulders.
Good show.
I believe with dinner concluded, you can guide everyone into the ballroom.
This way. Kind of as everyone stands up, I'm sure like our cook will come and start helping clean up, but I will walk out into the hall again, pausing, reaching into the pocket, pulling out a small silver bell, ringing it, looking around, kind of taking a breath, putting it back, and then walk, opening another door, gesturing for you all to enter in, inside of which is an open casket.
At the far end of the ballroom is a relatively ornate wooden casket already. You can't see the lid since it's open, but it's affixed with brass plaque declaring the occupant. And you can all see within, dressed in...
God damn it!
How rude.
Dressed in...
How dare you touch a lady
Dressed
like
in
myself.
fine clothes, though decidedly old-fashioned clothes. The corpse of Lord Blackmore.
I want to try to look closely at it.
Okay.
At it?
What are you
Towards
kind
it.
of just
General observation.
because he is like laying with like his hands folded across his chest? Are you just like kind of examining like the skin and stuff that's visible?
Yeah, I'm not gonna start like poking and prying, but I just want to see if there's anything unusual.
Okay.
It's not unusual
to be dead.
You're not wrong.
I think that's a mind check to see what you can discover.
So it's these, and then we'll just tell you what the highest one is.
Whatever the highest number is
Yep.
what you get. And if it's a 6, you're successful. If it's a 5, you're partially
5?
successful.
You can tell. As far as you can tell, this man's been dead for almost 3 days. He looks like the one of the big things that you notice and that you've already kind of seemed to pick up on as being suspicious is that Lord Blackmore was quite a healthy man. He very much looked like the head of an occult society. He had sort of very, very dark hair and pale skin and kind of hooked nose. But he was always like in pretty good shape and had like aged well. And you're just sort of reminded of that looking at him. That like this seems like, despite his age, this seems like a man struck down sort of quite suddenly in the like.
He didn't waste away.
No, and you know from what you've heard that the illness was quite sudden.
Poison.
And you can't ever really remember him being sick as long as you knew him.
I'm probably standing kind of near the head of the coffin, letting everybody take their time going through. Each person that takes their time there, I'm just sitting there watching them, specifically just trying to make sure that they're all appropriately sad about seeing them dead. And anyone who's not, I eye even more suspiciously.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over with Professor Ringo and say, it's so odd. He seemed healthy just last week.
I'm gonna.
Good of you to get into the room. Just saying that.
Good of me to what?
No, never mind. Never mind.
I'll go
I'm
ahead.
trying to be funny and I can't.
It can't.
We're
I'll-
We're at a funeral.
Right?
No humor.
I'm going to go up to him and give him a last kiss.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
scandalous.
Scandalous. Mwah.
I'm going to get another. That's how you get typhoid?
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me like
Sorry, my lady. Hey, see, that's why.
I'm gonna walk up to the casket,
Okay.
and I'm gonna like put my head down enough to where like he can't really see like my expression, but I'm gonna kind of examine his face and like closely as I'm having my head down.
We all think that you're.
I still think that's going to be a mind check.
We all think.
Yeah, that's a one. I fail.
You only roll-
This
you
man is
only
dead.
have one in mind?
Yeah, I only got a one in mind.
He's obviously
He
dead.
just
but
handsome
just-
as the day he was alive.
yeah, he's obviously dead, but he just looks so still and peaceful and lifelike.
Yeah.
almost.
It's.
Would
I'll do
everyone
like
to
whatever.
try to do a seance.
I'll do like whatever spiritual thing we do, like a sign, and then walk away.
Rock on, man.
Would everyone like to try to do a seance?
Seems a bit insensitive, don't you think?
Insensitive.
He's just died.
It's my
Surely
culture.
that's the best
Let
time
him
to do a
rest.
seance.
Yes.
As
He is here with us.
Perhaps the lord of the house would like to have some parting words. But I do ask you to not disturb the body.
So you're for this, then, Boris. You're for this, Boris.
If the Lord wishes speak, he shall.
Fine.
Light the candles.
Keep the distance from the coffin with the candles.
This probably would like close the curtains.
I will start closing the curtains and
Okay.
lighting the candles and putting down a little, like, a Ouija board. And having everyone put their hands.
Okay.
Ouija boards didn't exist in 1889.
They do now. We invented them.
Just now.
Her name is literally Elizabeth Ouija. Inventor of the Waluigi board.
Roll me, give me a spirit roll to try and
Okay.
contact the dead.
Ah, no. That's not.
Nothing happens.
Maybe we need to give him a little bit of time.
Maybe he's restfully at peace.
No, that wouldn't be it.
No, he wouldn't be it. He'd be pissed that he's dead.
Probably hasn't even checked into his hotel room yet.
Is there like a little table in the room? Somewhere? I'm gonna walk over to it and I'm gonna just like start pulling from. I'm gonna pull out some like random bone dice and like some tarot cards and some other like weird trinkets. I'm just gonna start doing this weird random shit to try and figure out if his presence is actually in the room.
Okay, I think that would be a
Mr.
spirit roll.
Bridges,
Yes.
can you show me the washroom?
Right this way.
Oh,
There's a
6.
6 in there.
Okay, so you're trying to.
I'm trying to just discern if he's actually, if his spiritual presence is actually here.
You feel his spiritual presence faintly, but as you're sort of working on this and focusing on it and stuff, it seems to be getting sort of incrementally stronger.
I'm going to arbitrarily decide.
You know, like
where
you
a
know, like
toilet is.
you're sitting there focusing
I
on
know.
it, and then kind of like a connection thing pops up, like
Yeah.
on your HUD, and it's like 15%.
Yeah.
Like spirit presence or whatever,
16%.
and you're like, oh, 15% is pretty low, and then it ticks up to 16, and you're like,
But also, I thought this is like a little glass of water, like the
Yeah.
T-Rex.
You see it, like-
It's like,
He is coming.
If it's alright with you, I'm just going to arbitrarily decide where a toilet is.
sure.
And I will walk you. This little white circle will be the nearest lavatory that I will
Okay.
walk you to, and then.
And you, like, it is relatively late, but presumably it will be kind of a few hours before
Yeah.
you all go to bed. So if anybody, like,
After he does the check to see if the spirit's there, I might retry the seance that Elizabeth was doing.
okay, that'll be a spirit roll.
5.
5. You can't. You know the seance is successful, but you can't, contact it. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, clearly he's dead. You can't, slap him awake and talk to him. You also can't, reach his spirit on the other side.
Never been good with these anyway.
Dial tone.
Yeah.
No voicemail.
No,
Suspicious.
no, it's
Left the spirit phone off the hook.
As one does, my character, I will also go to the restroom.
it was a ploy for real life.
He is so on point.
I'm so in sync with my character.
he seems to be here, but not wanting to speak to us.
Not yet, anyway.
Perhaps we let the Lord's Spirit rest, and if any of you have any parting words you would like to share, it would be an appropriate time to do so.
I'll step up. Be at peace, my old friend. May your spirit travel ever onwards into the great mysteries. I'll give a little cheer.
I think you can take a token for that.
I guess I'll say something. My friends, my mentor, While you may be gone in this life, we shall probably meet again in the next. And I'll do my own cheers. And
Yeah. Okay. I think you can take a token for that.
I don't think he'll say anything. I think he'll just let it be.
oh my god! Oh my god!
Take one away.
I demand he loses one.
Well, I was going to give him
you
one,
don't-
but you demand that he loses one, so...
Damn.
So, Professor Paul, you
It's John Paul.
John Paul,
I prefer Professor Ringo.
Professor John Paul Ringo. You don't want to whisper any words of wisdom?
No, I don't.
I'm just say it's regrettable that I couldn't have learned more from you. And that's it.
Cheers. Well, quite somber.
I might gently weep.
Do you gently weep?
I might.
Well, do you? Okay.
I might.
A stiff upper lip chap.
It's gonna be this the whole game.
Yeah.
That's all I'm thinking. That's all I'm thinking. No, I have no strategy.
Just come together
Now's the time where we should all come together.
right now.
Right now.
Over me.
Over the edge of this long and winding road. Feels we should all come together.
Right now.
In my octopus
Over
garden.
In a yellow submarine.
Well,
Submarines have
Bit
no
on bit.
bitches.
Mr. Bridges,
Oddly specific.
I think I might stretch my legs a bit. Take a walk around the library.
I'll join you in the library. I've been wanting to peruse it a bit.
Very well.
I will join you.
I do ask, as I've said before, to leave the body undisturbed.
I say the people not coming to the library.
Which is just me.
Just you. Yeah.
Understood.
This
Hop
way.
on over to the library.
Kind of get about halfway down this hallway, and I'll stop. I'll put a hand up for you all to stop. Reach into my jacket, pull out a small silver bell, ring it,
Fuck is
Put
up
it
with the
back in.
silver bell?
open the door,
Superstitious.
letting you all enter into the library.
Is this something new, or has he always done this?
You've seen him do this a lot around the house. You've never really seen him do it like on any of your travels, but you've seen him do it around the manor quite a bit.
I take a little stop there while you guys keep going. Over by the stairs over here.
Uh-huh.
Just take a little
Just examining.
stairs.
Is it? Yeah. So there's a. It's kind of The stairs that lead up to the second floor is kind of one wide staircase that goes up to a landing, and then it splits off into essentially two staircases that go up to the second floor. And set in that wall on the landing is sort of the big Lord Blackmore family crest, as well as a extremely ornate clock. That's kind of visible from that front entry hall and everything. So you're just examining the staircase?
No, I'm gonna look at the clock.
Okay. I think it's probably a mind check to.
Do I notice him kind of lag behind?
Give me a mind check, I think.
So it's whatever this is how many?
How many d6s?
I don't care for the ticking. It's too rhythmic.
How many do you need?
6.
6. Good lord.
I am a professor
That's true.
at Strawberry Fields University.
Part of what's exciting for me is where everybody put their ability scores as all of this very stuff has to play out.
Yikes.
Did you somehow
It just
fail?
hit my foot. I'm kicking it towards you.
Drop one.
You have one
Still a
left.
chance.
With a 6, did you seriously fail? Got one left.
Practically guaranteed.
Should be.
Oh, so if you do a 1,
Well,
No, if your
the
highest
highest
one
one.
is
The highest,
oh okay.
I think your highest is
Is your
currently a
result?
4 though, so that's
and you
fail.
need a 5 or a 6 to be successful.
Unless this gray one's a 5 or a 6, you're on the 6.
Oh, 4s are not successful.
Okay.
Statistically unlikely.
It's quite obviously built into the wall, like kind of the manor itself. It's not like a freestanding like grandfather clock or something like that. It's definitely kind of mounted in the wall, and it is a quite large, quite ornate clock. There seems to be a lot of clockwork, like gears and stuff, like just visible within it. But it's hard to tell anything apart from that about it. It seems quite accurate and quite complex.
Hold on. Powers the game.
Oh.
Right, you guys do your thing. I might come back
Okay.
with an idea.
I'm going to be inspecting the library. Specifically, I'll be trying to look for things that are out of place.
Okay.
I'm also trying to look for like secret compartments.
Yeah.
Library.
Both of you can give me mind checks, I think. Unless you want to make an argument for a different ability score.
No, I think mine.
Pretty happy with mind checks. I have there's 2 6s in there.
Nice.
I got a 5.
Okay. Looking in the library.
So we're both just like awkwardly walking around the library, like picking up books,
You're like,
glancing at each other, putting it back down.
I'm just staring there watching you. Sitting there watching you.
The three of you can also give me mind checks.
Oh, right. To try to
another round
notice
of mind
each other.
checks as well to notice if everybody else is.
6.
There's a 6.
Nope.
So we are honestly. They seem to be doing what you've seen them do a dozen times before.
Pour over the pictures.
Perusing the library, and it seems almost.
Familiar.
It seems almost absent-minded sometimes. You know, it's just this like they must really be distraught the way they like sometimes
They're
walk
just
over and
barely
just,
even
like,
reading it.
and just like pull out a book and sort of glance at it, and
Put it
mindlessly
back.
put it back. You can both immediately tell that the other person is doing the same thing you're doing. That they're like, it's like you'll walk up and you'll look at a bookshelf for books that seem out of place or something, and you're kind of glancing over the titles, and you'll check a tome or two, and you'll look over, and the count is sort of.
I might take a book and like going like this.
Yeah, or he's sort of absent-mindedly, leaning against some of the ornate wooden paneling, and he's sort of like, sort of absent-mindedly tapping on the wall, and like you can both immediately tell that the other person
He's doing the exact
seems
same
to be doing the exact same thing.
I
That's
am
hilarious.
probably also only like partially paying attention to them because I'm like,
Where's that professor?
and kind of like looking back out into the hall, not noticing him, but like wondering where the professor went
The
because he was
professor
just
seems to be on the landing,
I'm
examining the clock.
I'm going to.
You don't find. Well, you had 2 6s, right?
Yeah.
You find. You will eventually sort of find something that you're reasonably certain is a secret passage or access to a secret passage behind one of the bookshelves, but you're not entirely sure how to.
What the
open it.
mechanism is.
But do I think he found it?
He seems to have picked it. You both kind of end up at the same bookcase around the same time.
Quite the draft.
Oh, it's a bit chilly in here, isn't it?
Do you need a coat or gown or blanket? Perhaps I could guide you to one of the many fires in the house.
I'd love another blanket, Boris.
Right away.
Smoothly done. Smoothly done.
I go ahead and go back,
towards the
continue
library.
Towards the library.
How is the robe fitting you, Professor?
Reasonably.
You see me, so while they're out in the hallway, I like look at you, and I kind of like,
Samuel.
I like push on the bookcase a little bit to see how it, like it's like, oh, quite heavy.
Good thing we got the
I
3 nerds in there. You can't move something heavy.
don't know what you're looking
What do you mean? I'm a strapping man.
I don't know what you're looking for, but I also want to get into this, whatever it is.
Forbidden knowledge.
As Mr. Ridges and Professor John Paul Professor Ringo. I mean,
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
whatever the fuck he wants to call himself. As they start,
Professor of kicking your ass.
The professor of being faster. The professor of being stronger.
as they walk away, I'm gonna just start walking up the stairs myself,
I'm
going
going.
towards the second floor.
I am going to run out of the restroom towards.
You're running.
Not running, but like snaking.
Right. Oh, sneaking. She's sneaking. She like
Sneaking.
creeps open the door, like looks around. Yeah.
When I'm going to the hall to get a nice warm blanket from the cook closet,
Because you're just a nice old man.
because I'm just the butler, do I notice either of them in their shenanigans?
I'm not trying to be sneaky. I'm just trying to walk
Yeah,
up the
so
stairs.
you would notice you would notice Samuel Robbins heading up towards the second floor.
I'm hiding.
From there, yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to see Elizabeth kind of creeping around.
So kind of walking out here with a heavy blanket over my arm, I'll look up at the stairs and be like, "Can I, Samuel's right?
Yeah, or Samuel. Whatever.
Samuel, can I help you, Mr. Samuel?"
Just walking up to the second floor right now.
What are you looking for? I would be happy to help guide you after dropping this blanket off.
Not really looking for anything. Just taking one last look at the place, since it'll probably be my last time here.
What's the second floor?
The bedrooms.
Bedrooms. The third floor. Is
the
it locked
observatory.
to get up to it? Do I know?
Probably not.
Okay.
I insist. There are entities in this house, things that move about. It would be in your best interest to have a guide.
I think I'll be all right, Mr. Ridges, but thank you for your concern.
Bridges.
Ridges.
Getting names wrong.
Shut up.
Just call them Boris. Bridges is so hard to remember.
Yeah. Forgive me, Mr. Bridges, but I believe I'll be all right. Thanks for your concern.
So, kind of do want that.
You want a Fanta?
Want a Fanta?
Yeah, I want a Fanta.
Do you want a Fanta?
You look hot in all that plaster. Drink some Fanta. Faster, faster.
I mean, I feel like you deserve a token just because I don't understand what the fuck just happened.
A advertisement from yesteryear.
There are many priceless artifacts, things that could be easily stumbled into, broken.
I'll be careful.
Very well.
You're gonna freaking throw that blanket in here.
I am going to walk into the library. Depending on, I don't know what I see as I walk into here.
We're chatting. Like we seem to be having a discussion.
Kind of standing by the by one corner where it's like kind of the one of the bookshelves meets the wall and like the window's kind of right there.
I'd like to try and walk up sneakily, which
Okay.
is not my specialty. I assume that's
I think
dexterity.
that would be dexterity. Yeah.
That's a 1.
You guys have heard his footsteps the whole route that he's taken.
I'm going to just
Can
walk
I
up
hear his
and
footsteps?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
wrap the blanket around.
You know exactly where he is in the first floor.
Okay.
Wrap the blanket around the one I got it for, and heavily pat down on both your shoulders and be like,
Our finest quilt should help you stay nice and warm.
Oh, I appreciate it very much, Boris.
So what are you up to, Justin?
Yeah, what are you up to?
You sneaky
I'm going.
snake.
I'm going upstairs and following Samuel.
Oh, creep it sneakily.
And I'm just gonna pop up next to him and be like, "What are you doing, Samuel?"
Oh, as I'm sure you've probably heard. Would I have noticed her sneaking, like going up the stairs?
Probably not.
Oh.
She's pretty light on her feet.
Just taking one last look at the place. Last time I've probably ever be here.
I know, it's so depressing. Aren't you just feeling a little depressed about the whole thing? I am, for sure. But you seem a little down. You seem a little depressed.
In a way, but nothing to be concerned about.
I don't know. I have a good sense about these things. I feel like you're feeling very, very depressed. And I'm going to try to use my special
Oh.
thing.
What are you saying?
What is this?
Turn in one of your tokens.
So turn in a token. So what are you trying to do with your trademark ability?
I'm going to.
I think you can just put that back in the pile.
Yeah, in the pile.
Can I explain my trademark ability? Or
Sure. If you
should I?
if you would like. I mean, it kind of it depends on what because you can just also just explain what you're trying to do.
I am trying to make Samuel extremely depressed.
Okay. You
Suicide.
Suicidally
Jesus.
so. Oh no.
Well, at the very least, you like it's talking with Elizabeth makes you realize, like, you know what, you are really depressed about this whole thing, like the weather, like sort of being here for presumably the last time, your own sort of reasons for being here. This whole thing
weighs
is
heavily
just a
on you.
profound downer.
But I'm so sorry, Samuel. We're all here. We all lost someone great. But I know we'll pull through, all of us together.
Jocelyn would choose the superpower of a ray of depression.
And I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna go twiddle around. So you have fun, Samuel. Let me know if you need anything. I can very much help with depression and reaching out to your spiritual needs and all that fun stuff. So give me a ring. I'll just.
Quite right. Yeah, and I'll just like to like slowly lumber away, and then I'll turn around to see like when she leaves or whatever.
Okay. Are you heading back to the first floor, or?
I know. I'm gonna go explore up here and see if there's any cracks or creaks in the flooring or any.
Okay. Give me a mind check
Okay.
to look around up here.
Don't let her fool you. She's got a 4 in mind.
Six.
And a 5.
There are a couple of different rooms up here on the second floor, sort of Lord Blackmore's room itself in particular, and some of the larger bedrooms,
Okay.
where you can definitely tell that some of the walls are hollow. Like, you're not sure how to like open any of these compartments, but you can begin to like. You're beginning to tell like where quite a few of those entrances seem to be.
Okay, I'm gonna try to go and figure out if I can knock my way into.
Give me a mind check.
Yes.
We're fools looking in the library.
2 6s.
2 6s.
6s, 2 1s.
You will be able to find a way to open one of these secret
Oh.
passages hidden in the walls of the house.
Okay. I'm going through.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can essentially wander anywhere in the house you want through the secret passages.
Oh. Okay.
They seem to link most of the rooms in the house.
Mm-hmm.
The observatory, down into the cellar, but like a lot of the rooms on the ground floor, a lot of the bedrooms, as well as a tunnel that seems to lead from the cellar sort of out into the grounds somewhere.
With the 3 of them in the library and my lack of ability to notice them and thinking, oh, they're just doddering around like a bunch of idiots, do I have knowledge of any of the entrances to any of them?
You know at the very least they exist. I mean, you would probably.
Would I know
most
like
of them,
one, or
at
even
least-
just like a servant corridor or something? I want to basically leave the 3 of them in the library
Okay.
and take one up to the second floor, knowing that he's up there.
Okay.
To try and basically just walk out of a room on the second floor, hoping to run into him, seemingly coming from a room I have no business having come
Okay.
from.
As
to
you're
be imposed.
as you're sort of stepping from the library back out to the hallway,
Mhm.
you feel something brush past your leg at about knee height.
Okay.
It seems to be heading into the room.
Mhm.
And then for those of you kind of standing in the corner and trying to eyeball this like secret passage entrance subtly the whole time the butler's in there, a like chewed up leather ball just kind of appears out of midair next to you, next to the group of the 3 of you, and kind of just like bounces across the floor.
You probably notice me like glancing, like look and notice the ball, and then like look away, act like I didn't notice it, and just turn and walk away from the room.
And as I'm just kind of
You pull out the silver pen.
as I
walk towards the passageway to the second floor.
As I'm walking around the halls on the second floor, I'll start kind of whistling in a very like rhythmic pattern. Trying to think of how I can like just slowly but casually just just continue doing that as I'm alone.
Okay, what are you trying to accomplish with doing so? Or are you trying to accomplish anything? Or?
No. Yes, I'm trying to accomplish something, but it's probably something I wouldn't want to.
You can also text me something. If
It's a
wants
secret.
to keep stuff.
Yeah. It's also a. I'm trying to think of how I could put it. It's like a relaxing thing after being hit with that wave of depression. That's what I'm trying to do. Essentially, is just try to calm myself down.
Okay. Mr. Bridges leaves the library and leaves the rest of you sort of alone in that room.
So the ball, there's like a chewed up ball on the ground. I like take my cane.
Okay.
And like tap it, like to pull it across the ground.
Okay. It rolls across and observe it.
Strange.
Sure, there's all sorts of strangeness in this house.
I walk over and I kind of like press into it. Does it squeak? Ball?
It doesn't squeak, but it does, for all the world, look like a dog's ball.
Did he have a dog?
He did not.
Interesting.
So now you've come and joined us in the library?
He's a dog.
He didn't have a dog.
He doesn't have one now.
Perhaps you had one before and it's a spirit dog running around.
Certainly a free spirit.
Like most puppers.
Okay, while you're all standing there kind of contemplating the chewed up ball, it vanishes. And you kind of hear something pad away through the rooms of the house.
Can I try and follow it? The noise?
Sure. Would you like to do that?
Not this moment. I don't want to do that.
Okay. I'm like, Like I seem like I heard something, and I'm like,
right. You can. Yeah. You can. Let's do a mind check to like kind of, because you can't see whatever it is that you're following.
Right.
To kind of just follow this noise through the house.
Or a spirit to sense its energy.
Yeah, either one. I would accept that.
6.
6. You can. This thing seems to cross. Kind of through that, through to the staircase. Pad up to the second floor, and as you sort of reach the second floor and are like following through the hallways, you can hear somebody whistling, almost like they're calling a pet, and the padding like footsteps seem to lead straight to Samuel.
Oh.
And appearing in front of you, around the same time that the Count sort of rounds a corner in the hallway, will be this chewed up leather ball.
I'll go ahead and pick it up and like kind of examine it. And I don't see anything. I just see the ball.
It's just the ball.
I'm going to not hard, but I'm gonna like turn around, like gently toss it up the hallway.
Been like
You
stepping out this time? As you throw it, like as it's leaving your hand, you go, and the ball goes clattering away.
The ball goes clattering away down the hallway. and you kind of, it's that kind of same thing, you just like hear something moving, but without being able to see it, as something chases after the ball. It vanishes from the end of the hallway, and a few moments later reappears right next to you.
I'll pick it up and then hold out my hand, like near where the ball was dropped.
Okay, how long are you going to stand there like that?
Just a few seconds, see if like I feel anything like going near my hand.
Nope.
I would throw it again if I were you.
Because he's there and he told me not to throw it.
I said I would throw
You
it
would?
again if I were you.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just toss it, but I'm gonna toss the other way, opposite of him, just that way.
Has to be.
Yeah. Okay. It's kind of something you feel something kind of brush past your leg almost, and the ball vanishes, and a few seconds later it's dropped in front of you again.
That problem has dealt with itself.
Strange entities, Mr. Bridges.
Many in this house, which is why it would be advisable to not wander alone.
I think I'm all right. And
just hang out in the library.
No, I'm coming out.
and
Okay.
You're alone. in the
Everybody
library?
else is gone, right?
Yeah.
Myself in the library.
He's the only one in the library now.
I'm gonna
Oh,
try to quietly go close the door.
Well, sorry, it would be both. Like, it's the two of you in
Okay.
the library. So
No, I'm gonna leave. In fact, I'm gonna go back to the stairs.
okay.
Look at that clock.
Oh, the clock.
You can
It's
go,
fascinating.
You can go. You can give me another mind check to look at that clock if you'd like.
I'll look at Mr. Bridges and be like, I would like to be shown to my room now, please.
Hey, look at 6.
2 6s.
Very well.
Did you pick the ball back up?
I did, and I did one last toss down the hall before walking away.
It gets dropped in front of you again.
Looks like whatever's dropping this is staying with me for tonight.
What's your
6.
6?
Yeah.
It's giving this clock a second once over. You can tell that this mechanism is far more complex than you thought initially, is built farther into the walls of the house than you thought initially. And you can find a keyhole, like a mechanism, presumably for winding it or adjusting the time.
Let's see. That key would be. I'm gonna find my way to whatever time we want this to happen. I'm gonna find a way to Mr. Bridges.
Okay.
And
I guess probably be.
He seems to be stomping around the second floor currently.
I'm probably walking him to his room at that point then, and I will be like,
Of course, young master, right this way. I would not leave the ball behind.
Well, I mean, I was already planning on picking it up anyway, so.
Okay. How long are you going to walk with it without throwing it?
Till we get to the room, and then I'll
Okay.
throw it.
About halfway to the room, you feel something brush against your leg, and then a profoundly powerful bite on
Ooh.
one leg.
Ooh.
And you are going to take a wound.
Okay. I'll go ahead and throw it then.
Okay.
Well,
And the rest of you probably hear him. It's not so much a scream of pain as it is like
a shock.
surprise and
Like,
shock.
ah!
Somebody seems to have been hurt relatively badly all of a sudden somewhere on the second floor.
Your room is right this
I'm
way.
gonna do the thing I texted you.
Okay. Spending a token.
And I'm gonna see what
Okay,
I see.
you can do
behind that.
It seems to be a secret passage. And
It's part of the network you were talking about. Okay.
and
walls.
Walls?
Your trademark ability is wall hacks.
Yeah, I can just turn on no clip.
but he has to. But he T-poses. with it.
He goes and vibrates through the bookshelf.
The old Skyrim special.
But yeah, I'd open up your room.
It seems like it's just a network of passageways. I'm going to try to start working my way up to the observatory.
Okay. Along the way, you will run into Elizabeth, who seems to be exploring downwards from the second floor.
Oops, this is not the bathroom. I'm so sorry. And I'm gonna go.
Fancy meeting you here. Goodbye.
Why? What are you doing here?
I'm just looking around, same as you.
Looking around for what?
All kinds kinds of things. It's a big
Like-
house. Lots of things to find.
That's true. Lots of big fun things, I suppose. You know, it's also quite sad. The whole, you know, today it's very dreary outside and seeing no dead bodies.
Yes, sure is.
Yes,
I
it
suppose.
sure is. It's very sad.
Down right in the spec.
Justice is murdered
Why
all
do you
over.
have a ray of depression?
you're like you know, it's like, yeah, it's kind of sad, but like you were really more sort of professional acquaintances and actually friends, but it's like all of a sudden it's just like it is kind of really depressing. Like here you are wandering around the secret passages of this guy's house, like, and you can already tell a bunch of people are here, like kind of on their own agendas, and like
Makes you think that
it's just,
maybe
it is sort of just depressing.
it's a little sad. You know, I kind of have my suspicions. I don't think he died necessarily on his own accord. You know, some of the people downstairs weren't you know, they're just a little sketchy. I mean, I haven't personally met some of them, but, yeah. Anyway, you have a nice night. I'm gonna go back this way. You enjoy yourself.
What the hell are you? Ray of depression. Have a nice night. Brutal.
Jesus
What a
Christ!
trademark ability.
I guess I'm gonna mope my way.
Okay.
I'm just do the Charlie Brown walk.
Okay, you can emerge from the secret passages within the observatory, which is it is a large domed room, or at least the center's kind of dominated with a dome ceiling. There's a lot of arcane and alchemical implements spread around in here, and again, some of it's sort of built into the walls of the manor itself. Workbenches, diagrams, artifacts collected from your various travels around the world.
Have I been in here before?
You've seen it before. And set sort of against one wall is a large, like, ornate metal gate with some sort of clockwork puzzle lock. It's hard to tell what's behind it. There seems to be at least like a large locked box kind of in this like kind of stone room back behind it, but it's like it seems to be some sort of special storage or vault of some kind.
I'm just gonna examine it and ponder how I might get through it.
Okay, you can give me a smart roll just to see how much, or a mind roll just to see how much information you can get just from examining it.
I don't want to touch it yet.
Okay. With your bare hands?
There's a 6.
Okay.
Jeez, 3 ones. Oh my
As
gosh.
far as you can tell, there seems to be a puzzle lock element to this, as well as a keyhole for some sort of large key.
What's it made out of?
Tungsten carbine dream.
It is metal. The other thing you would know with a mind roll that high is this is like probably designed to not be tampered with in a alchemical way.
Good to know. I guess I'm just gonna start perusing around the observatory and
Okay.
seeing what all is in here.
I think you. Sorry.
I was gonna try to pass it.
I want to say that I ran into you at this point.
Yeah, so I gestured to his room, and then you call out. And,
Yes, Professor.
I was hoping to find the key for the clock.
The time has become inaccurate on it.
It is. I should know. I'm a professor of history.
What's that have to do?
I'm
Pretty
pretty
simple
certain
time. Do I know where the key to the clock is?
You know.
If you would like to denote what it is off by, I am afraid I personally do not have access to the key, but it can be corrected in time.
Alright. Where might the key possibly be?
As I said,
If you were to guess.
wished it to be.
Um,
Out of either of our reaches. I know not where it is.
I guess while if you get while they're moving to showing you these rooms, since I observed the dog and like what was going on there, I'm like, interesting. I'm going to work my way back downstairs, and I want to check out the study.
Okay.
While everyone is distracted.
The yellow one.
Yellow one.
This guy over here.
I am going to sneak around and get closer to the study area.
Okay.
And see if I can...
Well, because you're going through the secret passageway.
Yes, I am.
Is there anything in particular you're looking
I'm just
like
gonna...
looking through in the study? Or?
The desk, probably.
Okay.
Assuming, I guess I assume it is his study, right? Like
Yes.
And I assume that he has a desk.
Yes.
I would like to look through the desk
Give
for
me a mind check. The desk.
for clues. A 5, 2 5s.
You can find a particularly ornate skeleton key on the desk.
Handy.
Is there a door that I can see that goes to the study?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through.
Okay. One of the two large paintings on the walls just spontaneously hinges open from beyond, revealing Elizabeth.
Hello, Greystone.
Good
We've been working together for a while. You don't need to fucking act like that.
Swing.
You got any more whiskey?
Oh, I left it back in the library.
Well, anyway, I've got some of these chums running around, so keep your eyes peeled, okay? Stay safe, bud.
Of course.
Would the professor like to be directed to his quarters for the night?
I suppose.
Right this way.
And I'll kind of open the door to let him into his quarters. And I will kind of, are you going into your room?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of stand awkwardly in the doorway, not closing it for a second, just kind of like staring at you, and say,
Anything else I can get you, or anything you'd like to get off your chest?
Did you have something in mind?
Just trying to accommodate the guests.
I do like that clock.
It's of exquisite design.
I agree.
Good night, Professor.
I'll back up, close the door.
I would like to go through the the secret passageway.
Welcome to the secret passages.
The secret passages. I'd like to try to work my way to the cellar. Sorry, we're having.
There are
secret
so many
conversations.
things going on.
I
behind
know.
the scenes. I love it.
Everyone wants to have a
you
secret
can,
conversation.
You can make it to the
God,
side.
you guys are exhausting.
You're the one who's gotta be all creepy fucking with it.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you fucked off.
No, I mean, I'm just like palling around with you.
Alright.
Yeah.
You can reach the cellar.
I like look around. Is it just like a normal set? Like, is it just like where you keep foodstuffs and that sort of thing?
And wine and whatnot.
Of course.
Greystone, I think they bought some whiskey.
I think I have quite enough to drink. Thank you.
I'm going to,
So,
after a little bit in my room, I'm going to emerge and go back down the stairs.
We're just all running around.
There is only one of me.
And I know one of his secret goals is a difficult one.
Is exhausting. Good lord. I probably am going to make my way up to the conservatory, or the observatory. Not down to the conservatory, up to the observatory, just to see how things are up there.
Okay.
With some of my
Up there, you can find the Adeptus Major, who just seems to be.
I'm just moping around looking at things.
He
I'd like to try
really
and-
seems
I'd
depressed.
like to try and sneak up on him as well, if
Give me a
possible.
dex check.
It's a 5.
It's a 5. You're not able to like
Shock him.
grab him if that's what you were hoping for, but you can really get quite close.
I want to get to be like 4 or 5 feet away from
Is
behind
there
him.
anything
and
wrong,
just suddenly say,
Is there anything I can help you with, Adeptus Major?
Boris, I didn't tell you were coming. No, I'm just sort of reminiscing.
Yes. A good time for reminiscing. Thinking of fond memories of the Lord of the House. Perhaps things he spoke to us. Parting words.
His eyes! Oh my god!
Are you being specific, Boris?
I cared very deeply for the Lord of the House. Any parting words he shared with you that might illuminate his end?
Well, I was there for his final words, but I don't know that they're all that illuminating.
Of course, I wish not to pry. But if you were willing to share,
His final words were, "Do not let me die in the observatory."
Did he die in the observatory?
He died in his room,
Okay.
in his bed.
curious.
Does that mean anything to you, Boris?
does that mean anything to me?
Boris.
Perhaps.
I love it.
I will be about the manor if you are in search of your quarters later. I would be happy to direct you.
His death seems suspicious, Boris.
Certainly. He seemed to trust you enough to speak to you at the end. I am curious whom he should not have trusted.
I've been wondering that as well.
Violin music plays.
Perhaps, should one of us find anything illuminating on that subject, we could share it with the other. I would hate for justice to not be served.
Couldn't agree more, Boris. If I find anything, I'll let you know, but I'm as in the dark as you are.
Curious.
Unless you know something you're not letting on about.
I know only what I've observed this evening. And frankly, you're one of few I think could be trusted.
Well, that's good. You can trust me, Boris.
Yes. All the time.
You're gonna get fucking murdered in your sleep.
You've learned I can be occasionally quiet.
Boris, what are you doing in my room? Hovering over me while I'm sleeping.
I thought I heard you shivering. I was bringing you another blanket.
Holding a wadded up blanket over his head about to succeed.
Uncomfortable. I brought you a pillow.
Well, back to it then.
Go
I'm
slowly
gonna-
lumbering back downstairs.
You headed
I'm
back
gonna-
to the ballroom.
I will probably,
Yeah, I'm
stop
gonna head back to the
at
ballroom.
the vault area and just look for any signs of tampering,
Doesn't look like there were any.
I didn't touch it.
and then continue down the stairs back towards the second floor.
I notice him go look at the vault.
I don't make any. I seem to be like, he's up here. Has he been trying to tamper with this? And then go downstairs.
I'm gonna after I get settled in my
in your room.
In my room, I'm gonna go back out and I'm gonna go to the study.
Okay. It's a nice quiet room.
Who's that in there right now?
There's at the moment there's nobody in.
Nobody's actually in there.
No.
Yeah, we went
I'm
through
way up
the
at the
passage.
They're down in the cellars.
Here, let's pass it.
I'm going to text you.
A thing that he does. The whole campaign is just going
You
to be
said
us
don't let
testing
me die
each
in the observatory, right?
other.
Curious.
So the cellar.
I'm glad you're also clueless about that, because I'm just like,
The
you're dying right here, dude.
The cellar seems to be just like a food storage.
But it does connect to the rest of the secret passages in the house, and there is obviously a secret passage that leads to the cellar that seems to head out into the grounds.
Oh. I'd like to see where in the grounds that takes us.
Okay. Following that secret passage, you will pop up in a mausoleum in the cemetery.
Oh.
Nice and dry in here. I'd like to examine the mausoleum
Okay.
for clues.
Give me a mind check.
I'm going to help as well.
Alright.
Even
6.
Oh, 6, yeah. I like that everybody was just like, make a high mind character. Manipulate everyone.
A 6.
The big thing that you will notice out here in the mausoleum, it's a pretty big room. It seems to mostly be filled with sort of the Blackmore lineage, old family members and stuff like that. You would all know that Lord Blackmore never married, did not have any children of his own. There is a niche left empty with a plaque for Lord Blackmore. Presumably tomorrow, that's where his casket will be placed.
Let's see. So this is the family mausoleum.
And he's the only one there? Or like
There's a empty space for his.
his? Okay.
Those phones probably gonna blow up.
I know, right?
It's how it is.
Everybody's secrets.
Ironically, I'm the only one playing above board here.
Not the only.
That's,
I don't think Boris knows anything.
he knew about that dog spirit that was gonna fuck us up.
I don't know about that.
Are you still just sitting in your room tossing the ball?
No, I've left the room by now.
What are you doing with the ball? Out of curiosity.
I don't think it's come back up to me since I went into the room. So
You could hear it scratching at the door though the whole time
Yeah.
that you were in your room.
2 6.
I don't think I've seen it though since I've left. So
It has been mentioned. They're doing secret stuff.
I'm just wondering if the ball is getting in the way of his secret stuff. I know you're doing lots of secretive things in the shadows. I would like to go back downstairs, get one of those big kind of metal pan that holds coals as a handle, heat one of those up down in the kitchen, and go back upstairs, going to each of the rooms I've taken someone to. To open the door and and offer it to them in a guise to make sure people who stay in the rooms.
There's not a
single
single
soul.
you walk up to Samuel's room and you open the door and you look inside, and there are obvious fresh and quite deep scratches on the door.
I can't think that.
But you open the door, completely empty. And in fact, quite a bit of his equipment seems gone as well.
So the first is curious. Close the door. Go to the second room.
Going to the professor's room, completely empty as well.
Curious.
And now I'm just wandering the house holding this frying pan of hot coals, starting to wander the second floor looking for people.
So you just became the guard NPC.
I've always been the guard NPC.
What's that?
Must have been the windy night.
Has an arrow.
Must have been the wind.
Ding, 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 ding.
You can all occasionally tell where Mr. Bridges is in the house. Those of you, I guess some of you are out on the grounds at present.
There must have been a reason for this.
As you're all sort of... what was the result of yours?
Well, he's going
I
to
had
get
2
buried.
6s and 2 5s.
This is the
Oh.
mausoleum.
Okay,
Right, but we have a secret
that
passage
element of
we
it
have
you
to
can
get
get past.
Maybe
You
because
just
it's
you
not
manage
really
to. It
Maybe
seems to
because it's not
be
really
an
dead.
like the puzzle is dealing with
Well,
alchemical
maybe.
symbols,
We'll
and
have
it's
to kill
something that
them
you know
when
very
through-
well,
when
and you're
after
able to
mausoleum.
like
Well,
quite
we
quickly
would've
figure out
created
what the
those
puzzle
secret passages.
wants you to do, and figure out how to do it. So now it is only the lock itself.
I'll just say it. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Oh,
As all of you in your
wanderings.
I'm just perusing the grounds, looking for others. Or perusing the home,
you
not
won't
the
need to roll
grounds.
for that one, Jerry. That just won't work.
Just won't work. Oh, damn.
As you are perusing the grounds or investigating various rooms, I guess you two would be the only ones who wouldn't hear any of this, being out in the mausoleum.
Oh.
You would all hear a fairly loud noise, like something large, quite large and heavy, falling off of a table somewhere in the direction of the ballroom.
I'm going to head to the ballroom now.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna. I'm at least
On the
gonna.
third floor, you would hear it.
Yeah.
Something falling.
Something quite large and heavy, like falling, clattering around, like a piece of furniture has fallen over on the ground.
Like a
floor.
coffin.
I'm not.
As like slow and lumbering as I am, it's just very fast, like boom, 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 lumbering towards the ballroom.
Like a
Still
big-
holding the
Like a big
I'm not gonna go straight
like a
in.
massive angry people.
I'm not gonna go straight into the room, but
Okay.
I'm going to essentially remove my gloves and put them in my pocket
Okay.
and like kind of crack my knuckles, and just slowly open the door to see.
Okay. Are you going to try that?
Based on how I think locks work, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't work.
Yeah. And it's also just not going to work because there seems to be something protecting this.
Yeah.
Like cage.
No, I'm gonna start rushing down to where I heard something fall.
Okay.
I'm not doing any. I have zero caution in trying to burst straight into the ballroom. as
You
quickly as I can.
Samuel, you will arrive first, being the closest.
Yeah.
At the door of the ballroom, and you can push it open and see quite clearly the empty coffin of Lord Blackmore lying on the ground at the end of the room. The other three of you that are rushing down here, you will arrive last, coming from the third floor. The other two of you will arrive at about the same time. And see, even as you're sort of still in the hallway, just because Samuel's pushed the door open, you can see that the empty coffin of Lord Blackmore just lying on the ground.
Could we make a movement as well, since everyone's moving?
You could.
You're not-
haven't you weren't able to hear it, but you can
That's what I
if
think.
your investigation in the mausoleum's done, you can absolutely start.
I'll I'll take out my lit cigar and hand it to Mr. Bridges. Be like, hold on to that for me, and then I'll rush into the ballroom
Okay.
to like look for him.
I didn't stop at the door.
Right.
Are you in?
If you are you're peering into the room, I'm like, move aside, and like stomping into the room, looking around, still holding the heat pan, looking for my lord's body.
I'll walk in after him then,
Okay.
and I'll inspect the coffin, looking for anything like any signs of where the body may have went.
Okay. Are you two staying at the door, or are you also going to the bar?
I'm gonna stay in the back and just say, "What the hell, Boris?"
Okay.
Hells indeed.
I'll stay at the door. As far as
You two, the two nerds poking their heads in the doorway.
The two bruisers stomping in. I want to look it over to. I'm trying to see if I think somebody has left the coffin or somebody has thrown the coffin.
Pay your token. Give me a mind check, but add 2 dice to it for what you're doing here.
okay.
Jesus, we need 8.
I'm not doing anything, by the way.
Okay.
Nothing at all.
there's
something
okay.
wrong.
I was
There's a 5 too.
There was a 5. Yeah. For a second, I was like, that's a lot of 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1s. Holy shit! Did he just fail?
Good talk, guys.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I want to try and examine the coffin to see if I want to see if my lord has left his coffin willingly or unwillingly.
Okay.
If there's any signs of either of those things.
Trying to deal with so many things at the same time. What
We need
you
an
will
initiative order.
what you will discover in sort of your putting two minds together on this problem.
Okay.
He will immediately pick up on the same stuff that you have, that this is obviously remarkably complex. It is probably part of a much larger machine. It's, as far as they can tell, the only way to activate it will be with that key, and it seems to be probably contingent upon that key being inserted and the clock set to a proper time. Like, it's obviously not the current time because the clock is keeping time quite perfectly. Like, it needs to be set to a specific time, and the key is intrinsic to it. And it's hard to tell what that will what that will do.
While you guys are investigating the ballroom, and we finished our investigation of the mausoleum, I'm going to want to head to the 3rd floor.
Okay.
While in the ballroom, I'm going to.
Those of you searching the coffin, by the way, can give me mine.
Can I do a spirit?
Double 6
If
and
like
5.
if I were to start like doing exactly like what I texted you about earlier, like kind of whispering something under my breath, could I make that a spirit roll?
Sure, if you're kind of trying to reach out to the spirit of Lord Blackmore,
Yeah.
to some degree, sure, I'd accept that.
Searching the coffin, my mind of 3 was 2
6.
6s and a 5.
That's a 6 for me on the spirit check.
Okay. As far as either one of you can tell, walking up, kind of rushing up to this coffin, I guess, are you guys taking the secret passages to the 3rd floor? Okay. You guys can just get up to the 3rd floor. Seems to be some commotion going on in the house, but it's impossible to,
Perfect. Distraction.
To know what's happening.
After
hold on. I need to text Costigan something here that is going to be the most complete random. So you will see him come walking up, seeming like you will see Costigan come walking up.
To you?
He's on the stairs.
Oh, right.
Which
Sneak away to go rob the house.
how did Square phrase this?
Oh no. You catch him with his dick in the clock.
Spinning in circles. That's why they call him old Professor Corkscrew Day.
Whee! I can pick any lock.
Will
Skeleton key.
just needs an assistant to field texts for him while he's writing this.
I think we need to establish some kind of like action economy almost.
We'll just have to start running this in initiative order.
Yeah. Yeah, or it's kind of like the each person dictates their action, and there's like a universal action that's like the house. Like things happen, and then we all like go back to it, because otherwise it's like I get to do 3 things, and it's like I'm still in the mausoleum.
So this is going to be happening as you're still having your conversation. So right before you can do the thing that you texted me about.
What?
And you would know that person has died. That is not a living person.
Hello, that's MJ.
Hello? Professors?
I don't know if you've met my colleague.
I think I attended his funeral.
He came later. After we got here. He also knew the Lord Blackmore.
But Linus Yell has been dead for 4 years.
I think you're
Does he
thinking of
say
somebody
anything?
different.
It's probably been.
I don't know.
Now I need to find out when this person actually died.
What did we also? What did we discover when we were looking at the coffin? Like I don't think we were told.
He died about 20 years ago.
Oh. So I probably wasn't at his funeral.
So you guys, there's so many things happening at the same time.
So we can establish an order if you need to go.
You guys, we have been away from the coffin thing for a minute, so we'll get to that real quick. As he's attempting to understand what he's just walked up on. You guys examining the coffin. It was knocked quite violently to the floor. It seems by something climbing out of it quite violently. And with both of you rolled quite well on your checks to examine it, so it's not hard to find like other things that have kind of been knocked over, like smudges and stuff that have been left that like as soon as you're both kind of in there and looking around, that sort of lead to one wall
And stop.
and up.
And up it. I look up.
Okay, we'll have initiative from the team.
Yes.
Which will be a dex roll.
Okay, I'm gonna use. Wait, or does it matter? Or
Oh, you only.
I would allow your.
special
I think
ability.
Your trademark ability could be used
Okay.
here if you want to spend it.
yeah, I'm going to have a better chat. Going first. A better chat.
Oh my goodness, this
That's-
is great. You guys are
mine
having
is
a
3.
fucking
I only
horror
have
movie
one.
moment. This is awesome.
That's a 6.
Okay.
Oh, no, but it's so perfect because like we're entering up into the observatory, right, where it's all this like creepy shit that's happened, like all this like macabre, occultism stuff. You just walked in on a fucking ghost summoning, and then both of these guys look
Also,
up at the ceiling.
It
It
is worth noting for you that as far as you can tell, this is not a ghost. This is the man himself in flesh and blood.
I'm just gonna accept it for now and keep going where I was going.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I've got things to do and sure.
You can give me a mind check once you get up there. For what you're looking
for what I'm looking for.
So yours was 6, so you will be going first as the like kind of twisted, monstrous kind of you know the joke about how D&D spider climbing is that all your bones like unlock and you actually spider climb. It's kind of doing that.
The body.
The body of Lord Blackmore as it comes leaping down from the ceiling. You will be going.
So it's on the ground now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it's headed for the ground.
So my gloves are off at this point, and I'm going to essentially take a swing and try to, because is it standing like upright or is it like kind of on the ground?
No, it's
Skittering.
skittering.
I'm essentially just gonna try like cold cock it.
Okay. That'll give me a strength.
Okay, scattered. That's a 5.
It's 5. Okay, you'll hit it and deal 1 wound.
Okay.
It hits it. It hits it with this sickening noise that at least the esteemed professors would hear out in the in the stairway. And obviously, like you watch this thing's head crack kind of unnaturally to the side and just whip straight back.
Mr. Bridges, I need you to grab hold of it. Mr. Bridges, Jesus Christ. Mr. Bridges, I need you to grab hold of it for me.
Looking at, do I have any idea of? Well, I guess it's its turn first. Oh wait, wait. This might answer my question.
It is going.
Spits acid in my eyes.
It is going to claw back at you.
Remember, knock down, drag out, fight with backwards movement.
Backwards man.
Oh,
and it is
yeah.
going to deal a wound.
Okay.
You already have one from the dome.
No, well.
Yeah.
He does seem to have managed that leg
Ah.
quite professional.
Well,
So
question.
am I,
Question. Is the ball still... Is the ball right next to me?
Mention that. There's something else I need to roll.
Oh yeah,
For.
you didn't throw the ball this.
Okay. A chewed up leather ball.
Oh,
Just appears
I have
next to you.
such the perfect idea for
Goes,
this.
and goes. It is like quite specifically dropped at your feet.
Okay. I can't do anything right now, so...
Holding.
I guess actually, Lord Blackmore has 2 actions, so he's going to use a second action.
Oh, I should have just attacked twice. I didn't
You
think
might
of...
have moved up to him.
Yeah.
Where
Oh,
he is
yeah.
it on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's going to use his second action to
Attack again?
which is going to be another wound.
Looking at this, I'm assuming I'm after Blackmore, unless there's some other initiative to.
Yes, you are after the ghost dog.
Hell yeah.
Is this your will, my lord?
Trying to see if it has any sort of sentience or response to me at all.
This thing seems to be a monstrosity.
He is not your lord anymore, Mr. Bridges.
Run away.
Very interesting decisions here. You have been sketchy as fuck this entire time. I'm gonna kind of like heave up this pan and say,
As you were, my lord.
and turn and walk out the door, closing it behind me.
Fair enough.
He's leaving you with the monster. That is cold-blooded.
I think you can take a token for that.
Cold-blooded.
You real son of a bitch.
Look, if you had done anything other than, well, I'm just going up here for no reason.
No, I gave you a valid
You gave me
reason.
0. You were sketchy as fuck. You were, of all the people, you are the person I am most assuming is the murderer of my lord right now.
You're like,
so I'm like,
justice is being done.
Perhaps my lord would like to get vengeance, and I'm leaving you for naught.
Fair.
Walking up the stairs. Walking out, do I see any of the other people who are at the doorway? I assume everyone's gone who was here prior.
Yeah, these two went to the stairs.
Neither of the 2 people who were previously at the door are at the door.
Every time you roll it, it's better than Spanish.
I'm going to
Stay
begin.
here. Takes 2 steps forward, turns around, and everybody's gone.
I'm going to begin lumbering up, pausing on the 2nd floor to listen if I hear anybody, but trying to make a beeline for the
I
3rd
guess
floor.
all of you in the house can hear what sounds like a fight going on somewhere on the first
Looks like we're running out of time.
Yeah.
And I produce the skeleton key that I got
Okay.
and show it to Elizabeth.
Greystone, you fucking. I love you.
So I'm gonna try to examine. Examine the third floor.
There does seem to be this big, like, almost vault type thing with this ornate, like, gilded cage. There's a
I was going up to the 3rd floor before I heard what they were doing. So.
No, you're fine.
I didn't
I'm not trying
in
to
case he came and
meta.
checked it again. I
Right.
wanted it to be exactly as I
there's quite an ornate puzzle lock, and there is a keyhole lock as well. It's hard to tell what's inside. You can see what seems to be kind of a large iron-bound box inside, but you can't. It's like even that's kind of hard to make out, and it's impossible to see what's inside it.
Fair. Seems like first
Probably
one.
back
It's-
to the
it's-
initiative?
Yeah, it's back to.
Sorry,
So-
we can let them do that.
so-
but yeah.
Picking up the ball, is that an action?
Throwing the ball will be an action.
Okay, I don't want to throw the ball. Here's what I want to do. I want to pick up the ball, and I'm assuming its head is facing me,
Mm-hmm.
correct? I essentially want to take the ball and punch into the mouth and lodge the ball there.
Okay. Give me a strength for that.
That's 2 6s.
2 6s. Okay, you can jam the ball in this thing's mouth.
Okay, and then I'm gonna use my other action to essentially do another like punch at it.
Okay.
That's a 6.
That's 6. Okay. It does the same thing where you hit it and it's like its neck like cracks really unnaturally to the side and just kind of immediately whips
The
back.
ball's still there though.
It is.
Okay.
But on its turn, it's Lord Blackmore's jaw's gonna kind of unhinge and it just spits the ball out.
Damn.
And then, sort of again like spider crawling, it like he like skitters away from you and into like kind of like rips a painting off of the wall.
Oh no.
skitters away into the secret passages.
Shit.
Oh, it's in the
I'm
walls.
gonna-
It's in the goddamn walls.
It's in the goddamn walls. I'm going.
It's just fire guns into the wall.
I'm going to try and do a quick patch job on my moves.
Yeah, you can give me a vigor check to try and get a wound back.
How do we want?
Oh,
to
that's
do,
2 6s.
You'll get 1 wound back.
How do we want to do what order are we going? Do
I'm
we
just
wanna
stomping
run
up to the 3rd floor, but
Okay.
I don't move that quick, so I'm guessing they'll be doing stuff before I get there.
So I assume you are trying to unlock.
Well, seems to be a puzzle.
There's a puzzle element to it, and there's a lock element to it.
What's the
Does the puzzle look solved? I don't know what the puzzle looks like. I'm like, what's the
puzzle?
I mean, you could spend a token to do that.
Oh no.
Roll me a mind check. This is gonna sound ridiculous.
Yeah.
To see if you speak Japanese.
Excuse me.
He's suddenly
No.
Okay. So unless you want to, at any time you can dismiss somebody you summoned. So unless you would like to dismiss this person you summoned, this will be initiative. As this extremely confused person that you cannot communicate with is suddenly summoned into the room. He's also armed.
Oh fuck.
I'm going to try and
Nani?
convey through hand signals and gestures. I'm gonna
Give me a spirit check.
Oh my goodness.
There's no way this works.
There's no way.
I really hope it does.
Double 6s. Let's see it.
no.
Okay. He's gonna come at you with a sword.
When do I round the corner going up the stairs? Is he stopped the clock?
He's not still at the clock.
Okay, then I don't know. Oh,
But you
Going
do
upstairs.
hear brief yelling in a language in a foreign language coming from one of the rooms on the 2nd floor. It's hard to
assume
tell.
I hear that somewhere too.
Yeah.
I'll eat the loss just on
You okay?
some of them.
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Oh, you create such a great smoke screen for me. I really appreciate it.
I'm going to rip the painting. Can I get through
Yeah.
the painting? Okay, I'm gonna crawl through it and try to follow it.
Okay. It seems to be headed upwards.
I'm gonna keep following it as best as I can, unless it gets to a point where it's is it? Do I have to do weird climbing, or is it just?
No, you can follow through the secret passages.
I'm going.
I can't wait to find whoever built all these stairs so I can push them down them.
I'm continuing my way up to the 3rd floor.
I'm going to essentially just beeline
I'm
it
gonna
as quickly as
come
I
out
can.
and Probably start following Boris.
The hell's going on around here, Boris?
You see me come out of Blackmore's rooms and just start following you up to the 3rd floor.
I'm
What's
going
the
to turn and
pu-
look towards you and just say,
My lord has awoken.
I'm just gonna look to
Justice will be served this day.
and you see me patting this hot pan against my hand as I start walking up the stairs.
Ouch!
I'm going to tell you, remember his last words. They must have been important.
You will have a little bit of time before anybody arrives in the
Okay.
territory.
Okay, I'm like,
Because you guys got there earlier.
Okay.
yeah. So
What's the puzzle?
Right.
Look
Like, is it a combination lock looking thing? Is it
Kind of.
Does it have
It's
runes on it?
It seems to have runes on it.
Runes. Can I
Like
roll?
how, yeah, you can roll minds
Mind?
to try and
What
decipher
kind
this.
of runes? Elizabeth, help me figure out what these runes are.
Okay.
6er.
Okay. These are very clearly alchemical symbols. It seems to be like an alchemical puzzle block. Like you don't need to make anything for it. It's just interpreting based off the alchemical symbols, sort of how it wants you to solve the puzzle.
I think
and
I
solve
never
it.
come.
Yeah, I don't. In character, I don't know that I would know all that much about alchemical symbols. I guess I can roll a mind to see if I do. But I don't know.
You know an alchemist.
I do know an alchemist.
Yes. I don't know what the fuck is going on
Yeah.
with these symbols either.
Well, yeah, let's go. find our good friend, the Grant. Is it
Adeptus
Adeptus Major.
H. Wicks.
So I guess we're
the Adeptus Major?
going downstairs.
I'm on my way up to you guys.
No, perfect.
So we'll just kind of meet
Yeah.
halfway.
Me and Boris just come rushing
Basically, we look at it and go, alchemical runes. I know a man for this, and we turn to walk down the stairs.
It's
and
and sort of coming down from the 3rd floor, you will run into Boris and Lysander coming up the stairs.
Oh.
And not long after that, there will be a cacophony of noise from the 3rd floor behind you.
Am I in there? What's happening?
Yeah. So you,
We
the
just
two of
met
you
them
coming up
coming
the
down
stairs
from
from the
the
2nd floor to the 3rd floor, run into the two of them coming down the stairs from the 3rd floor. And around the same time that you all run into each other on the stairs, there is a lot of noise from the observatory.
Oh shit.
What were you doing in the observatory?
There was a kind of puzzle there. It had alchemical runes. I was going to ask our good friend about it, what he thought of it.
What is the puzzle, Boris?
Just come on,
You-
follow
you know what's
me.
funny
I'm
is-
I'm gonna start leading his hand up there. Like, you need to solve
Boris
this.
has also done nothing to prove that he is trustworthy either, and I'm not just saying that because he left me for dead. I'm also saying that because Boris has been like this.
Saying that because he left
I don't know.
Doesn't it, that? As far as I know,
The only person who knows I left you for
Dead
dead
is me. I know.
Are you guys dashing back up there?
Yeah, I'm going to grab
I'm also drawing my pistol because, by my count, most of us are accounted for. I don't know who the fuck got up there.
it.
So there.
Does it sound like the same sort of scrabbly noises that I heard from downstairs?
Oh no.
You would all describe the noises suspiciously like a really big spider or something. But you're like, oh, that's ridiculous.
In that case, my lord will defend his own belongings. I will stand and wait. I will not say anything and let them run up towards the observatory.
Hey, Boris, his last words, don't you think this might have been what he meant? What if something bad happens if they kill him? In the observatory.
Why did you disappear from the door downstairs?
Because a giant, scary monster thing fell from the ceiling.
Where were you going?
I went to his rooms to look for signs of what killed him. Apparently it's killed him, I'm not sure.
We will see. We will see.
I'm gonna at least after being frustrated of what just happened, I'm gonna just be like, where is everybody?
Oh my god! I just realized, he's been doing his own thing for the entire.
The commotion downstairs seems to have stopped. Now there seems to be a significant amount of commotion on the 3rd floor.
I'll just go towards it because I don't know what else to do. It's
Okay.
fine.
So you can all
and die in the observatory.
We will not. We will not.
Oh.
I'm gonna start going up to the observatory and see if you come with me.
Still again holding a hot frying pan, essentially. I'm going to put the other hand on your shoulder and say,
a
We will
pan,
not.
a pan
Let him
full
die.
of coal.
yes.
Boris, you've changed
But
quite a lot.
they're on their way to kill him, shouldn't we?
You don't know that.
You don't know. You don't know
They're
that.
dashing up ahead.
Don't you think they're gonna try?
They may try. They will not.
Alright, well I'm gonna go keep an eye on the situation, I suppose. I'm gonna go up the stairs.
I'm following behind at my lumbering pace.
You can all arrive around the time that the monstrous twisted form of Lord Blackmore comes exploding out of one of the secret passages. The same one that you guys took to get up
Good
there.
lord.
And sort of skittering up the walls, and right on its heels.
I will mention this. I will have drawn one of my guns by then.
Weapon in hand, Samuel Robbins will appear, hot on its heels as well. So I think we can have a new round of initiatives from everyone.
Hey! That's pretty good.
Total or
I think it's just
Highest.
the clock.
That's a $5 for the
which
Monster Hunter.
Dex.
That's a $5 for the 1 die rolling.
Nope. All
Six.
sixes.
Who would like to go first?
Let's see. We got 2 sixes.
2 sixes.
There you go. We're 5s.
Yeah.
I'm 5
So-
too.
I'll go
I'm a
before you.
4.
Yeah.
I'll go last.
Oh
amongst
wait,
the
yeah.
fives.
Wait, hold on. I just added. That's what I need to do. 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you-
I'll go
2,
first.
1, 2, 3. I'll go last of the 5s.
I would like to go first
I'm
if
fine with
possible.
that.
Just given that I'm there in the situation.
You're the one hot on its heels.
Yeah.
I think that's logical.
So do I notice them walk in when this monster is not Blackmore. We need to kill it.
My lord must not die in the observatory.
What in bloody hell are you talking about? This is not your lord anymore.
Lord Blackmore must not die in
which
the
of the two of you?
observatory. I'm useless in a fight, just so you know.
That's okay. He can take 3 wounds. 2.
Or no.
Oh, it's 1
right,
plus.
I
It's 1
did,
plus.
I did up.
My vigor's only 1 higher than yours. Don't know that. My vigor's not crazy.
Also, pretty sure even if we did release Lord Blackmore, he's just gonna turn on us, right? What is this thing?
But then I could try and like put him in a headlock and drag him out of the room or something.
We just kite him down.
We just need to make sure they don't kill him in the
Just
observatory.
can't die in the observatory.
You're gonna say
Oh,
that. I'm already shooting.
And it is your turn first.
I draw my pistol and fire.
Okay, I think
Dex.
Dex or Mind, I think. Either one would make some sense for aiming and firing next
That's a 6er.
that will hit and deal a wound.
To be fair, I probably do that before you say something. Since I was hired.
Yeah.
You can't let him... What was that?
Is it my? Is it my turn?
Yes.
Mhm.
Don't.
Well, actually, you have 2 actions.
I have 2
Oh
actions.
yeah.
I fire again.
Is it on the ground or is it up
It's
to the wall?
scaring up the walls at the moment.
There's no way I would know about that.
Miss on that one.
Okay.
Unless
Okay.
a 4 hit.
He does not. The Count fires 2 pistol shots at this monstrosity climbing up the walls. One of them just goes probably, well, at least buries itself in the structure of this building, and the other one seems to hit this creature and deal some damage. So now it is Justin's turn.
Oh my god. They've been saying that like we're not supposed to kill him in this place. Like
My
What?
lord mustn't die in the observatory.
How many times do I have to tell you this isn't your bloody lord?
I'm going to try to
Oh, let's lure him downstairs.
talk to him.
Oh.
See if like
Okay.
Are you gonna use your depression right?
I only got one of those 11. No one's been giving me any tokens.
You haven't been doing anything that's been token worthy.
Just say I haven't been tricking all of y'all.
That
Sneaking.
costs tokens, though.
Yes, that does.
You can't earn a token and spend a token all at the same time.
You're so
terrible.
cute.
Sure, I can.
If that were the case, I like my chances.
I'm going to talk. Try to like talk to him.
Okay.
The spirit.
Spirit?
Yeah,
Try to communicate with the spirit inside of him.
2 6s.
nothing happens.
No.
This, like, there seems to be no, like, nothing of, like, the Lord Blackmore you knew remaining in this thing.
Can I detect if it's like a demon or something? Or if there's any spirit?
Can
like,
we do a vibe check?
a vibe check?
Essentially.
That is bad.
Vibes is bad.
Bad vibes.
So demon,
It seems something like it anyway.
something like.
Bad vibes.
Bad vibes. Bad vibes.
Possessed by bad vibes.
My spiritual senses have told me that this is not.
You mean your vibrator?
You lose a token.
Take it away.
Take it away. You don't get it. You know what? No. You take a wound for that. All the
I
damn.
don't think I deserve a token for that.
But
Like,
this seems very demonic in being. I don't know what we should do. with that. My expertise is really telling people that their great grandmas are very sad and love them very much. So.
All I know is just to be safe, you cannot kill it in the observatory.
Okay. So what do you suggest we do?
Fucking
Run.
fine. Is it my turn now?
No, right before you,
Oh.
a chewed up leather ball.
Of course it
dropped out of the air, at your feet.
Now it's me?
Yeah, now it's your turn.
Okay. I'll pick it. I will spend the action to pick it up, and I will actually huck the ball at the monster to try and knock it down from the ceiling.
Okay, give me a strength.
That's a 2 6s.
Okay. You beam it in the head, and kind of knock it off the wall.
And then I will use my second action, and I will try to fire a shot at one of its legs.
Okay.
In chop.
And I'm going to make an argument that this should be either a strength or a spirit roll, based on the fact that these are special bullets designed specifically for this instance.
I think I'm still gonna do either a mind or dex.
Then I'm going to use the token.
Okay. In that case, you can make whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
That's another 6.
Okay. You hit it in the leg, and it will take a wound. It definitely seems to be like moving slower, but it's still very much moving.
If we can't kill it in the damn observatory, can somebody grab it and drag it out?
Not my turn yet.
Nope, it is Square's.
I'll say, ooh, this looks like a fight for the likes of Genghis Khan.
Upon saying that, an extremely confused and quite angry and armed Genghis Khan will appear in the center of the observatory.
What?
Anything you would like to do with your other action?
Oh, sorry.
Is like speaking, like saying something?
No, speaking is like a free action.
Okay, that's free. Okay, so, well, my other action, I'm just gonna point towards the
Go,
Lord Blackmore.
Okay.
Does he look though? Is the question.
I'm gonna make sure he sees it.
He will look, and he will see the horrible monstrosity.
I'm sure if he has to choose to attack one thing, it's gonna be that.
I love that. I love that mumbling. Roll over Genghis Khan.
And
How did you make a character that's just the Beatles meets Bill and Ted's Excellent How did you manage that? I want to know.
Is it okay if I roll mind to speak Mongolian?
Sure. Yeah, I think so.
You are a professor.
Oh, he's got to
speak Mongolian.
He speaks Mongolian.
But he does speak Mongolian.
So I'll yell to him and just say, "Enemy!"
Okay.
And then what I'll do is I'll say, "It may be time to find the entrance to Lord Blackmore's last resort. If anybody has any information on how to get into that clock downstairs, then that would be the time. Does anybody have a key? Does anybody know anything about any puzzles?
What about a resort? A resort?
Last resort.
We're going to
Probably a hiding spot."
I think I'm next in initiative. I don't know.
I believe you are.
That's all I say.
Is it true?
My lord must not die in the observatory.
I'm going to, I guess, first action, stomp over to my lord,
Okay.
and then I'd like to grab him by the scruff of his neck and start dragging him out of the
Give
observatory.
me a strength, and he will also do a strength.
That's at least 2 6s.
Okay.
I don't see. 3 6s. That's 3 6s, sir.
You can get a hold of him.
I'm just gonna pick him up by the scruff of his neck.
And you won't be able to start dragging him anywhere, but you can get.
Okay.
If any of you lay a hand on him until he is out of here, there will be hell to pay.
He's going to claw at you
Okay.
because you're holding onto him. That will be a wound.
Okay.
He will claw at you with his second action spell, which will be another wound.
Okay.
And then it will be the esteemed Adeptus Major. Presumably esteemed. He's an Adeptus Major after all.
I mean, I could get you out of here real quick if you want.
Would it be like to the doorway?
No, it would be to whatever's directly below us.
I don't know. I can't tell you what to do with your abilities. If I am able to respond in any way, I will tell you what I think. But you don't know what I think.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the butler has a handle on him at the moment.
It's quite beat up though.
What's the floor made out of?
Lava.
The floor's not lava.
That's what you'd like to do.
No.
I told him to do that.
It is a fairly fine wood floor. You don't necessarily know like presumably there's kind of a couple layers of it, but it's mostly wood.
I guess I'll try it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to walk over to Boris and the scary thing and turn the floor below them into air.
Okay. You can spend a token to do so.
So I just fall through the floor with this thing?
Yeah. Give me. No, I mean, there isn't even. I don't even think you need to. How do I want to move this?
Judge? Wait, that's me.
I mean, I'll just let my lord fall through the floor if I can stay on it. But if we're both falling, we're both falling.
Just roll me a d6 and tell me what the number is.
4.
4? Okay. Now roll me a strength check.
2 6s.
2 6s. You and the creature that used to be Lord Blackmore fall through, like, all of a sudden a large circular section of the floor vanishes. And you will fall into Lord Blackmore's room.
Okay.
Crash through the roof of his 4-poster bed. And you will both you will land on the bed, which will prevent you and Lord Blackmore from taking any damage.
Okay.
And you manage to keep a hold of him.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna say, Greystone, what are you looking for?
Whatever's in that box.
Don't touch anything!
From downstairs. Through the hole in the
Get
floor.
rid of you too. But I forgot what you get rid of other people.
Okay, now anything you want to do with your action? I guess you kind of had to. You probably had to. Yeah, you had to move up to do that.
I'm gonna. Well, yeah, I guess I had to move too. So I'll just back away from the hole I made in case it's unstable.
Okay.
It remains air, it doesn't go back? Oh no.
There's just a big hole in the floor now.
It's not even air, just he destroyed the floor. He mold earthed the floor.
Genghis Khan's turn.
The Genghis on people's elbow.
You have to stand out Genghis Khan.
He will presumably move up to the edge of the hole.
You didn't have
What's
those
his
stats
trademark ability? That's the real question. He will presumably move
Plunging
up.
attack.
Yeah. Summon Mongol horde. He will presumably just move up to the end of the hole and.
Does he have a bow and arrow?
He does. So he'll probably just take a shot at Lord Blackmore, but you're holding on to him.
Does he give a shit?
I mean, Genghis Khan doesn't. I'm trying to
Oh,
rule.
Does that make it easier to hit it or harder? Or likely to hit me?
I think it makes it likely to hit you, which is kind of where the
Determination.
where the determination is. I mean, he's gonna go take a shot. What I'll do is I will take away a d6 because of the likelihood of hitting you, making the shot more difficult. That's a partial success, so how I'm going to rule that is how he will hit both of you.
Okay.
So you and Lord Blackmore will each take a wound.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm still up.
That's right, exactly what Genghis Khan wanted to do.
And then he'll do it.
He's like, double kill.
He'll take a second
Didn't
shot.
you have to move?
Yeah, you had to move, so that's a second.
Guy with one wound left says.
So next is the count.
You
Yeah,
gotta tell me specifically what you're looking for.
yeah. Whatever's in that box. I assume.
Okay, well, depending on what's in the box, I might want it really bad.
All right, I'll tell you what. If it's if it's esoteric text, they're all yours.
Oh, sweet. We're all good then.
Do I hear this conversation through the whole?
Give me.
You do have
Give me a mind check
screaming-
and take a d6 away because of the screaming, frothing Lord Blackmore.
2 5s.
2 5. They're definitely.
They're scheming.
You can't tell what they're saying, but they're definitely up there scheming.
We're not immediately helping you. Yeah. You do the puzzle box. I'll use the key.
You have a key.
What is that about a key?
I'll go in and I'll walk over to the hole
Okay.
and aim my pistol down through the bed. Or
Okay.
down at the hole, and I'll try to shoot Blackwood.
Okay. I think Dex or Mind will work here,
Does he have to
but
take
take a
one away?
d6 away for being a harder shot.
Fiver.
Fiver. Okay. You will also hit both of them.
Okay.
So does it kill? I assume it doesn't kill Lord Blackmore yet.
It does not.
So you see it shoot through his back and hit me immediately. And my head hit back against the ground.
Sorry,
and-
old chap.
and like a angry spider released from under a cup, the skittery body of Lord Blackmore. Well, he seems to be skittery again. He seems to be free of the hand which held.
But technically, would he still be there though?
He is still in the room below.
Okay.
With Genghis.
Okay.
No,
Genghis Khan's up
Thanks,
above.
I'm shooting arrows.
It is now Jocelyn's turn.
So I'm going to try to stake out a good little exit plan,
Okay.
to see where the exits are up here, to see
Okay.
shit
There are a
that's,
couple of different windows.
Okay.
There is a ladder that accesses the roof. There is the door into the secret passages, and there's the door to the stairs.
Okay, I'm gonna keep note of all that. And are you on board with us?
Sounds like it.
Okay, I guess that was.
I want this to be known. I'm hearing everything they're saying. I just
You're a
don't
little
care.
busy.
Yeah, I'm a little busy with something else. So my fucking jab.
What are you doing?
My job.
I guess I'm gonna go.
We should wait for reinforcements.
Take out,
Reinforcements have arrived.
As he steps onto open air.
No, it's
The other
it's
exit
essentially
from the room
just
is
jumping
the
and do the
hole
superhero
that
pose.
is now on the floor.
What's your
Okay.
secret goal?
Justice.
So I'm gonna try to go ahead and shoot since he's not up here. You
Okay.
know, is it okay if I?
He's not
Yeah, I'm
in the
gonna pull out-
observatory,
I'm gonna pull out my gun.
so I pulled out my gun.
That's not in the observatory.
Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and shoot.
Okay. You can take
Technically.
a shot.
Not in the
I have
observatory.
no idea what happens if he dies.
It
in
will
the
be either a
observatory,
dex
but it's been
or
expressed
a
to me it's
mind.
important.
I will
doesn't.
do
Fair.
mind.
Okay.
Come on, Bernie.
Oh,
A six.
6 and a 5.
6. Okay. You can, even though he's kind of skittering around, you can kind of draw a bead on him and hit him, and he stumbles. He doesn't fall, but he seems to be quite badly off at this point.
Okay.
We put a lot of bullets in him. an arrow.
Yeah.
Has that
And an ancient
slowed him
Mongolian
down?
arrow.
Has that slowed him down quite a bit?
It has, the wounds he's taken have slowed him down, and especially the shot to the leg seems to
Okay.
have slowed him down. But he is moving on all fours.
So,
So
On the ghost dog's turn, a ball gets dropped on the ground next to you.
yeah, I'm going to ignore that on this go around.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump. Essentially, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump down the hole and try to land a punch onto
Okay.
the.
You gotta stomp it. If you're jumping down, you can be like.
Superhero stomp.
I gotta do the superhero landing because it's
It's a foot. It's a fist and a foot.
yeah.
Okay, give me a strength.
I'm thinking of a fucking Mario stomp.
2 6s.
2 6s. There is a horrible terrible cracking noise as you land on top of the monstrous Lord Blackmore, which seems to sort of like squish him into re-death. He goes limp, and all of you being somewhat spiritually attuned, not you, you're dead. Despite the fact that you're
You're spiritually attuned.
Oh,
so maybe you
sorry, I
see
need to
it.
be role playing.
So maybe you see it.
So
So maybe you see it more than anyone else. So maybe you see it more than anyone else on account of it. You also, see an essence sort of rise from this corpse and begin sort of drifting upwards towards the hole that is now connecting
no.
to.
Oh, now you done fucked it.
I didn't know the rules of this.
You fucked it. I didn't know the rules.
So are we out of initiative by now?
Not yet.
Not
No.
yet.
Okay.
the
So
dog.
was that to jump down the hole was an action and then attacking was
Yeah,
an
and
action?
you had to move up
Yeah,
to the edge.
Okay,
there.
so okay.
So it is the professor.
I'll say I need the key.
One moment.
We need it first, real quick.
And then you can have it.
I need it now.
No.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Oh no.
I said it to Genghis.
Enemy!
Enemy! key to glory!
Give me a spirit check, just as sort of a general charisma.
Okay.
Oh, Genghis Khan's like, fuck you.
Nope. That's a 6? Oh, no, it wasn't.
No.
Sorry, that one was already on a
It was
6.
3, 3, 2.
Nothing.
Okay.
You know what? I'm just gonna fuck off.
I'm only Genghis in there.
Well, they don't know that you said that. You just were like, I need that key. Oh shit,
He's definitely like taken note of what you've said, but he seems to be eyeing everybody suspiciously, not just the person that you pointed out.
Okay, maybe I won't fuck up.
He seems to be like, in the first case, he seemed to be like,
I think
whoever this guy is, he's right. This thing's fucky. Let's kill it. But now he just seems to be like, now that you mention it, everybody's fucky. Where am I?
Yeah, but I was right once.
True, you were right once.
You're at the bottom of the kill list, hopefully.
Okay, I won't fuck up.
It is Genghis Khan. He's immediately like, let's kill everybody here.
Just cause. So, next is Erickson's turn in the initiative.
So, on Erickson's turn in the initiative, Mr. Bridges laying there grabs the pan. When it happens, it don't. Rises from death, and you hear, "Don't touch anything!" As I start stomping up the stairs. I'm going to use both actions to start making my way up the
So you
stairs.
just essentially rush past me and the dead
Yes.
body.
Yeah.
I see you I see you down here killing it. He did not die in the observatory. You are not my quarry.
Now that you are awake, you can see this sort of
Spirit of-
necrotic energy, spiritual essence, like floating upwards towards the hole separating his bedroom from the observatory.
Okay. I'm using all my actions to try and make it back up to the third floor.
Do we have
Okay.
any, like,
You can make it
spiritual
quite a bit of the
wording?
way through the second floor.
Anyone got that on hand?
I have an idea.
On Lord Blackmore's turn,
I can talk
this
to ghosts.
Wait.
residue.
Or no, I'm later.
Yes, you are after
Yeah.
Lord Blackmore.
And it's the spirit.
So on Lord Blackmore's turn, this necrotic energy is going to drift upwards into the observatory, where it immediately sort of seems to be pulled in a dozen different directions, kind of interacting with all this arcana that's been built into the walls of this place, all this machinery, all these kind of ancient artifacts and stuff like that. It seems to grow almost. In the sense that like there seems to be more necrotic energy with like a cloud, just like with each passing moment, and then it all just vanishes outward in an instant, and the grounds atop which this manor are built begin to rumble.
Better hurry, Greystone. I'm gonna go up and since I've solved this puzzle before, just redo it.
Okay, you can undo that You can do that puzzle.
You gotta do the key.
Yep.
Okay.
And I assume I'm next in the initiative?
Well, we can drop out of initiative for the moment. Genghis Khan hasn't quite decided whether or not to kill anybody
Okay,
yet.
I will key.
It seems to be contingent
You just
upon whether or not
see, like,
anybody comes
The
towards
weirdest
it,
shit he's ever seen. This
Yeah.
weird spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Explode.
I'm going
That was
to.
an earthquake?
I'm going to follow
The
behind
earthquake
Mr.
settles.
Bridges.
It doesn't seem to be an earthquake so much as like, and it's not the manor itself. It seems to be the grounds around the manor, sort of.
I'm gonna look outside and open the window and see what's going on.
Okay. You look out the window and in a dramatic flash of lightning as the storm's going on, you see
Zombies?
headstones beginning to topple. You see hands coming up out of the ground as the entire massive cemetery built around this manor begins to awaken.
I have a plan.
Okay.
You'll see later.
Better be good. Click.
The key does not fit.
Motherfucker.
Am I up there?
Need that key?
Yeah, you can stomp your way back up to the. To
All right.
the
See-
Where's the key go?
Seeing the puzzle open and you holding the key, walking in, you see Mr. Bridges, and he says, "Nothing will be taken from my lord's house." And I am stomping towards him with the pan. And I assume it's initiative,
if
because
you would
my
like-
plan
if
is
you're
to brain
making-
him if he's trying to rob
if
the
you would
lord's
like
house.
PvP, then it will be.
I'll go ahead and join in on this PvP.
All right. PvP. PvP.
Oh,
Rolling
God.
initiative.
Oh, that's a 6.
Go ahead. Well, I guess I
Also a 6.
was gonna say go ahead and throw Genghis in there, but I can't tell
You
him
don't
what to do.
You don't know if Genghis
He's
is.
his
I'm
own
last. They've got
He's
6
his own scared and confused.
Am I getting 2v1'd over here?
I'm scared
No
and
help
confused.
from the peanut gallery?
So what
Okay.
was-
I'm
I'm
last.
Okay. And what was yours?
I guess I'll.
6.
Okay.
6 and 2
which is
5s.
any-
It's a 6 over here.
I need a roll.
I thought it was pretty clear I'm betraying Boris with you.
are you jumping into this? as
Oh,
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
Okay.
well, I'm gonna. If he's gonna be in the fight, I gotta be having like the escape plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do what you're trying to do.
Should I fight? Or should... the fucking zombies outside.
You got a zombie inside.
God, fucking is zombie.
What?
I guess.
Okay, I don't know that until.
Oh, I know, but I'm letting you.
I'm
I know,
gonna-
but I won't know that until you do initiative.
So I'll just roll an initiative for place of action.
Yeah,
Is that fine?
That's fine.
Okay. Well,
2.
2.
Does that beat yours?
It does. That was a 1.
Oh.
I only rolled 1 die.
Oh, you're gonna die, right?
But how many die?
It's true.
Oh, right.
Oh, fuck, he's got 4. Damn.
That's right. I'll yeet you out the window.
You haven't seen his.
Up first is Jerry, who is in the room below.
I'm in the room below.
My ire is currently seemingly only on the person who's actively trying to get in there. So I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, I know what you're gonna do. That's cheeky.
I'm gonna go up,
I don't
catch
think you
to
know.
pretty much catch
Oh,
up.
Okay.
You've seen.
And
You can kind of get like to the base of the stairs if you go like through the second floor that lead up to the observatory.
Okay, so I won't get there on this round to do anything.
I'm not
But you can,
actively on that yet. You haven't given me your
But you can get there.
Okay, yeah, as far as I could go, I'm going to try and catch up.
Okay.
And yeah, because I can't really do anything right now,
Okay.
I will pass it on.
Matty G.
Uh,
Greystone.
I'm being approached.
By a ruffian.
By a ruffian. I'm going
Well,
to. Hang on. Let me roll a spirit real quick to see if I think that this is a good course of action. It's an okay course of action. I throw the key at the professor.
I thought he left.
No, he decided
No,
to
I
not.
just didn't engage.
Yeah.
He's
I say,
like, I'm staying out.
use that.
I fuck off.
To key. Yeah.
Okay. You can start running with the key.
Yeah. And I'm going to try and. Are you like in the? Where are you?
I think I'm at the doorway. Since I don't know, I am moving in,
you're
just
on-
shouting
yeah,
that
you're
nothing
in
will be
there.
stolen from my lord's house, and my eye is on you because you were actively trying to break into the locked-off spell.
Right.
Oh yeah, you didn't see me do the puzzle.
I didn't see you again. The only person that currently has like the death eyes is him because I saw him actively
And then
trying to
I
get into it.
am going to try and jump through the hole and land on the bed.
Perfectly.
Okay. Since you're aiming for the bed, I'll just let you land on the bed.
And then I'm going to...
Oh my god, are we gonna have a fucking cat and mouse thing? Where it's like he jumps down the hole, then Mrs. Bridges jumps down the hole, then they go up the stairs
and
and
try
shit.
and move to the through the second floor.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll
wherever
let
he
you.
ran
I'll let you
to.
get as far as the doorway between the throwing the key and like jumping down and everything. But you can get to the doorway of the like master bedroom.
Do I see him like out in the hallway, like he's down the stairs or something?
Yeah, he would be coming down the stairs.
I would like. I'm like, where else would there be a key? He was looking at that clock a lot. And like, that's what I rolled for, was like a spirit of like, do I think that he knows something? And I'm like, enough. I'm not confident, but
Okay,
enough.
on the ghost dog's turn, you will take a wound because you didn't throw the ball for him the last time around.
How many are you at?
2.
Most of his wounds, not all, but now, or at least now I think half of the wounds he's taken have been from the ghost dog.
Yep.
So that's the ghost, but it will drop the ball for you again with its other action, and then it is Custom's turn.
I'm gonna run after the professor.
Okay. You can essentially keep pace with him then. So now the three of you are all on
the second floor.
on the second floor. I guess you were also on the second floor. You were just kind of hitting- Everybody else seems to be sprinting down the stairs ahead of you, or one of them jumped down the hole. And it's falling
Yeah.
So next it is Jocelyn's turn.
So who's on the third floor? Just
You
I'm in like the
and
doorway
Mr.
of the third
Bridges,
floor,
yeah.
essentially. Just got
Miss
in.
Bridges, you are too valuable to me, too important to die. There are zombies down there. Now, forget about the master of the house. We need to focus on a plan.
Everyone is free to leave. Empty-handed.
I say, turning around.
Give me that key!
Stupid! The help is no. Oh my god.
I just turned my back on you. I'm like, you haven't stolen anything as far as I know, so
It's
feel
impossible
free.
to find good help these days.
I know, I'm gonna have to fire him.
I'm just.
Once the night is over.
Yeah, so you are pursuing.
I'm moving up and then trying to grab him by the scruff of his jacket and
Okay.
say,
The key!
I'm not wearing a jacket.
you are wearing a robe. I will grab you by the scruff of your robe that I put on you and pull you back. I want to hold you in place, saying, "Drop the key."
Give me a strength check, and you give me a dex or a strength to try and avoid it.
I'm not immediately trying to murder anybody. 5.
Okay.
3, 5.
He gets a hold of the bathrobe, the loaned robe.
Just slip out of it.
Yeah.
He's gonna flash it.
Well, at least try.
It is now. It is back around to the monster hunter.
Okay.
We're all kind of clustered in the entryway of between the second and third floor.
Can I see him?
Yes, you can. He kind of had to come back down the stairs.
The
so he's
climax
now
of
kind
the
of
story.
just standing.
It's happening.
I'm gonna do it like I've been doing with this toy, with this leather ball.
Mhm.
I'm going to pick it up and try and beam him in the head
Okay.
to essentially make him drop the
Okay,
professor.
give me a strength check.
That's funny.
3 6s.
Okay. Give me a strength check to keep a hold of him,
Okay.
and take 2d6s away.
Okay.
As you get
Stunned.
nailed in the face with a chewed up leather ball.
Cocked. Nope. 4.
Okay. It is.
Drop the professor.
It is a hell of a
Ringing.
throw.
Hits you right in the ear.
And then on my next turn, how close is he? Like, is he like up in?
You could definitely take a shot at him.
But I can't.
You
so-
couldn't. You wouldn't be able to punch him. Without.
Okay, I'm trying to think of how I want to play this then.
I had a feeling it was going to end in a 5v1, but That's the point of a character.
Yeah, essentially, I'll just take a shot at him.
Okay.
Listen, you are OP, so.
Everyone could
That'll-
be.
You should have no reason to think I'm not on your side.
That'll miss.
So far.
It's a 4.
But I can tell he tried to shoot me. Right?
Yes, he absolutely just took a shot at you.
Very well.
So
it does.
it is the Count Greystone.
Alright. So, you've been released. I say, throw me the key. I guess you're free now, but.
They want to free the key and I'm free.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give it back to you.
What can I,
I'm gonna
what
say
can I do?
no.
Where does the key go? I'll ask.
In the clock.
Okay.
It
I
needs to be a
will.
certain time. I can't think of any time other than now that it should be.
Probably midnight. I'll go
What time is
and.
It is after midnight at this point.
You'd have to adjust the clock back to midnight, probably.
Okay.
And I'll go to. Let's see. She was saying how there's a bunch of zombies at the front door, or outside.
Out on the grounds, yeah.
I'm going to try and use my movement to get down to like the main door.
Okay, I'll let you get onto the first floor, but you won't be able to make it quite to the front door.
That's fine. I'm trying to bar it.
When did all this start happening with the body?
About a round ago.
Like when his body woke up and stuff?
Yeah.
It would have been after midnight as well.
Okay.
That fits.
It wouldn't have been at midnight. It would have been.
It's just
by this point it's probably 1 in the morning. That all probably started happening closer to 12:30, 12:45, something like that. A lot has happened in the past half hour.
Yes. Makes sense.
Okay, the ghost dog will drop the ball for you, Jerry.
Didn't it the last turn?
Yes, it did the last turn.
You didn't. You threw a ball at me, so it got it, and then you did throw it. Yep.
Yeah, because
He's using the
I
ball as
nailed you
improvised
square in the face.
Ball is just his new thrown weapon, since he has to throw it.
And now is Guskin's turn.
You know, in all honesty, I'm surprised the spider didn't become the dog's obsession, because I put it in its mouth and it dropped
That's what
it.
you're trying to. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't trying to do that. I was actually trying to get the dog to attack it, but that clearly didn't work.
Maybe he doesn't recognize it as alive.
I'm gonna try and grab the key from the professor.
Nope.
Oh. Everybody's turn.
Nerd fight! Nerd fight!
I see you running up to grab the key, and I'm like, yes, somebody honestly fighting for my lord, because I still trust him, because I'm an idiot.
You can give me a dex check or a strength check to try and hold on to this key.
6.
5.
Okay.
You begin whistling with the key.
They're wrestling for the key.
This is what I think is
That's
going
the
on.
turn. I'm trying to get this key.
This is the image that I'm seeing. Is no. Stop it! Get away!
Useless. In the moment.
Jocelyn.
So I guess I'm running downstairs and seeing the nerd fight that's happening, and this man trying. Who are you trying to kill?
Well, he just shot at me, so that might affect it.
Okay.
My ally is helping wrestle the key from these awful thieves, luckily, so I can move on from the key to go for the person who's shooting at me now.
Why are you fucking it all up?
Maybe. You are all... Here's the thing. It's a 5v1
Yeah.
that then immediately turns into a 1v1, v1, 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 because you're all in it for yourself.
This is all going perfect.
This is all going exactly how I hoped.
Question: does it? If we were to drop just a character secret just out of the blue, does that affect anything, or is it just?
Depends on the secret.
It depends. Not necessarily.
You can tell any of your
You can
secrets.
at any point you can choose to reveal
Well,
a
it's
secret
points
goal.
at the end.
You can choose to reveal your secret knowledge.
Okay.
Any of that. Whether or not people believe you
Is
up to them. And if you are treating this as a game, it's important to remember that there are some pieces of secret knowledge that other people might have secret goals to try and figure out, or stuff like that.
Maybe. Okay. Well,
But yeah, you can reveal your piece of secret knowledge at any point. Some of them have been revealed already.
So,
Oh yeah, you're,
yeah, it's my turn.
One of them was revealed, and then apparently not followed the warning.
Fuck, I just...
We tried to.
Zombie apocalypse.
He was not in the. I fell through the floor and pinned him while you guys shot me. I did my best.
I'm
I didn't know
going
the
to
rules of
say
this.
out
I
to
didn't
the
know
group.
I don't
gaseous.
I don't think the
I'm gonna
observatory
say
was
to the
good
group,
enough. Apparently, if there was an easy access,
you all
like he did that.
want to solve the problem.
Okay.
What was the thing?
You all want.
You do. You all of you that are sort of in this hallway. You're not there. You don't hear this. You're running to the front door. The rest of you in this hallway all get the strong feeling as you are as this is devolving into a fight that the phrasing was you all want to solve the problem.
Oh, fuck.
You are all convinced of that truth. It is quite powerful.
Compulsion.
Conviction is an excellent way of putting it. Anything you would like to do with your other action?
well,
Be a fucking idiot, I guess. I'm just gonna sit down on the stairs and smoke
she's like, I don't care anymore.
and wait for the zombies to come and kill us. Okay. They've already destroyed the fucking house. What's the point? There's no...
Well, of course, the problem in this hallway is thieves. Filled with thieves.
we are.
And clearly he is part of them and has a gun pointed at me, so I'm going to move up and I'm going to try and beam him in the head.
Okay.
That's not helping us solve the problem.
If the problem is thieves, killing the thieves solves the problem.
Exactly. I said it.
6.
I said it.
Jerry will take the wound.
Okay.
Unless he spends a token to soak it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
That is always an option.
I had to move up to him, so that's what I got.
So it is now Jerry's turn. He's
Okay.
right up on you.
Well, I guess, wouldn't that be considered a problem?
That he's right up on you?
No, it's something else I'm thinking of.
If there's a piece of lore you could drop right now that would make it so I don't feel the need to brain you, now's the time.
I'll essentially, after he swings, I'll kind of put my hands up, to block it, and I'll step back and be and look at him and go, "Oh, come now, Mr. Bridges. You wouldn't bludgeon the good Lord's nephew now, would you?"
Oh, shit.
Bum bum bum.
Would that make him like an inheritor
Awesome.
to this, or is that still would be just determined on a will?
You haven't seen the will.
Okay.
You don't know what Lord Blackmore's last will and testament was.
Not my turn.
After I say that, I'll keep my weapons drawn at him and slowly back up, because also in the back of my mind, the problem.
Do you throw the ball?
Oh yeah, I should probably throw the ball. Me saying that to him wasn't an action, right?
No.
Okay, good. I'll first throw the ball, and then I'll start backing up, because in my mind, the problem has been taken care of. So essentially, my work here is done. Now I'm just defending myself.
You don't believe that there's a problem outside?
I haven't seen it. I don't know what's going on.
That's
outside.
true. He has not looked out the window.
I've been dealing with other bullshit.
Oh my god. Okay.
The Count Greystone.
I'm going to move into the hall
Mhm.
and try to barricade the doors.
Okay.
Lock them. I assume
You
that's
absolutely
what
lock them.
Draw them. If there's a big heavy thing I can
Yeah.
put
You
in
can
front of it.
definitely see through the little windows on either side of the door that a significant horde is forming outside. With every flash of lightning, you can see them shambling their way through the mud towards the house.
Yeah, I will use as many actions as I can to barricade the front door.
Okay, you can absolutely do so.
Do
Ghost
I know
Dog.
that there's zombies outside?
You wouldn't have been.
I don't know if
Because I was downstairs.
I think
You
you
have-
were
No. He was upstairs.
Yo, no, but Jocelyn did drop that to him because
Yeah, I
she did
did.
say like, "There's zombies outside. We need to stop this." And then his
I
was
shouted
like,
it.
"I need to stop the thieves."
that is true. The ghost dog will drop the ball for Jerry.
Of course.
And it is Cuskin's turn.
As is tradition.
I'm going to stop trying to take the key away. I'm going to say, she's right. Lord Blackmore had an ancient magical tome that if I can find it, if you help me find it, I might be able to reverse what's going on outside.
I'm downstairs. You're not talking to me. You heard him.
No, I'll just kind of. I'm assuming I could hear this. So I'll just be like, "Well, do your best to find it."
It might be something to do with that clock.
All I know is that clock's the last resort.
I'm going to start running towards the clock.
Okay. You can run towards the clock.
You hear me crash.
The Count seems to be bravely barricading the front door.
He's a man.
Oh, good.
Moving furniture, the manliest.
That's all. Do I make it to the clock thing?
Yeah, you could make it to the landing where the clock is.
Alright, I'm just going to wait for the professor. We're going to have to figure this out.
Justin.
I was in front of you.
No, it's
You were chasing me.
I don't know how this happened, but yeah.
I guess Sklurd hasn't really had a turn.
Because I haven't really had a turn.
Because he never sort of.
Everybody more
had a
you?
turn.
Initiative!
You can make it down to the clock as well.
Okay, so we'll go down to the clock together after I tried to steal the key from you suddenly.
Jocelyn.
bored.
Wait, isn't it? What?
It was just Koskine's turn.
Oh, okay.
Sort of Koskine and Sklurd.
Can you please
Sklurd didn't get the
Try
truly
to
initiative.
defend the house against zombies so our wonderful lord doesn't be disgraced by dirt and mud and dead things in his house.
I don't know if I get to respond. People have talked to me, but I don't know if I get to respond until my turn.
Because there's
You
been
can
a lot
respond
of
with
things
words,
said
I
towards
guess,
you
but-
that you.
Yeah, I mean you can respond as long as it's not like
An action.
Yeah.
You're not taking a swing at him yet. You can express your intent if you so
your
wish.
turn is also next.
Yeah. I mean, my response is essentially going to be death kill. No. It's going to be,
Perhaps this last resort is a safe room.
We can kill each other in there.
If it is the entirety of the graveyard, I will not be able to stop it.
How
Perhaps we should all get to the safe room.
How
Left 4 Dead
big's the
style.
graveyard?
Many, many bodies will be rising from the mud.
I'll go grab Greystone.
Crash, crash.
Are we out of initiative?
He is a
If
thief.
the
We're not
fighting
fighting.
if the fighting
Outside
has stopped,
the
we can
We've
drop
all
out.
tentatively.
I think we've all
he's
stopped
just
for now.
misunderstood. The poor man, he's not a thief. He just wants to protect the house, which
He was breaking into that box before the zombies showed up. I suggest we all get into the safe house and lock the door.
That way no one can escape. Kill all of them.
my thought, what I'm expressing is,
Yeah,
I think the 5 of us should get into the safe room and lock him out because he's a filthy thief. And you are I'm going to take that it's you were shooting at me because you thought I was attacking him. So maybe you're justifiable. Also, you're my lord's nephew, so that makes me be like, I feel the need to protect you now. And as long as the rest of you aren't thieves, which I don't think any of the rest of you are, we're fine.
Everything's good.
Okay. So
I'm going to.
really hard.
Okay, now we're out of initiative, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do another quick patch job on my way down
Okay.
the stairs. Let's try and take a
you
wound
can
back.
you can roll a vigor to try and get the wound back.
I don't.
I plan on just
Um,
being friends with
but
everybody
anyway,
so far.
Since that doesn't work, I'm gonna go down, try and help barricade as much, and I'm essentially just going to stand at the front lines, ready in case something happens, in case some shit goes down.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to do my fucking job.
You will absolutely start smashing on the front door, smashing on the windows, sticking arms through, trying to grab a chick. Seems to be a not inconsiderable number of corpses. Those of you examining the clock, what would you like to do?
I was constructive of it, see if it's at the right time.
The key will fit into the clock. Okay, turning it adjusts the time.
That would have
You have to adjust it to the correct time.
What is the correct time?
Try midnight.
You turn it to midnight?
Yeah.
Okay, as soon as you turn it to midnight, the key kind of snaps into the lock.
Oh.
And you watch like the gears sort of built into this wall begin to spin faster and faster and faster, and it begin to glow with some sort of eldritch or arcane energy, until like
Well, which is it green or purple?
it's more greenish blue, really.
Damn.
Is it a flame of some sort?
It's sort of flame light.
Green flame!
Yes. Pretty soon the gears are moving like at a blur, and with and the clock begins to chime out the 12 bells of midnight, and when it hits the 12th bell, there is a massive blast of energy, essentially, that is going to clear the grounds. All of the movement outside of the doors stops quite suddenly. You will fall dead, and presumably just come tumbling down the stairs. And the house goes extremely eerily silent.
I will walk over and to the dead corpse of Mr. Bridges, and kind of.
And then throw a ball.
No. Oh yeah. I'll throw the ball first. That way I don't fucking take another wound. I'll throw the ball. Walk over to the corpse. Loudly exclaim the Blackmore family motto to honor him, and I take 2 shots and put him in his head. I shoot him twice in the head.
Okay. Would you like to do anything after being shot in the head, or?
Does my falling dead stop my special ability from working?
It does not.
I do it as an honorary thing. I make this clear. This is
honorary. I would like to get up and hit him twice with my cane. Using one of these.
Okay.
Maybe I will keep him.
Okay, you can take a couple swings at it with a pain.
6.
That's one.
Wound.
Good lord.
Miss on the second.
Okay. You loudly proclaim the Blackmore family motto. You fire 2 shots into his head, and then are immediately struck in the face by a metal pan full of hot coals.
Well, can't say I didn't expect that.
And then kind of lumbering up, I swing again at him, but the second one misses.
Is that initiative then, or?
Probably for them.
I was as I'm getting up from getting hit, because I was essentially, I'll say as he hits me, it sends me stumbling. I'll be Mr. Bridges, the only reason I did that was so you could be with the great Lord Blackmore.
He's a little
Blackmore.
I'm a little. You only needed I've already did was you to be the Blackmore.
Yeah.
He's been hit 120 times with my hot frying pan.
I was Mr. Blackmore wanted you to be with him in the afterlife. God. That one hurt.
Every time I stop the warpath, I die. So I'm having a very hard time getting off of it this time. If the threat is passed, or
There's gotta be another.
I think it's essentially going to be not back to initiative immediately.
But now you're just going to be very more cautious about me?
Not even that. It's just going to be...
There's a billiard.
I need everyone to leave the manor now. That the threat has passed, so that my lord's belongings may be safe.
No.
You're not going to touch anything. No.
No.
Nope. And I guess I will declare the big secret. All of this is mine. I am the one who inherits everything. So no.
Do you produce the deed to the house?
I do. Out of my bosom.
Of course.
And then roll it back up.
I will look at it. I assume it's all orders are in fair.
It seems to be the deed to the house.
Then, my lady,
Oh, this is so much fun.
I am at your beck and call, though I have one question for you. Know that I am at your beck and call regardless. Do you know who killed Lord Blackmore?
I honestly don't have no fucking clue. All I know is the Lord had a great dick. And knew how to use it, so I have no idea, honestly. I wish I did, because it's a damn shame he died.
Agreed. I suggest humbly, my lady, that we find out which of them did it.
I love how you
And
immediately
justice be
stare at
served.
me. Now, why in bloody hell would I kill my own uncle?
Why would any of you do it?
How do we know it wasn't you, Mr. Bridges?
I would kill for my lord. Never would I kill him. You could say, I owe him my life. My life didn't truly start until he was in it.
Can somebody, like, can we re-trigger the clock to kill him again? Like, just do it 3 times?
You are Lord of the House. You have a new bodyguard and
An
heavy
obedient
enforcer.
Zombie.
Take horse.
Oh,
Very nice, I like that.
Zombie?
Yeah.
I assume he disappears. Do I notice that he disappears? I don't notice him walk away. Do we notice he's gone?
So,
It will take some time.
crazy motherfucker.
On to the next scheme.
Wait, hang on. Matty G was the Matty G was the killer, I
You
bet.
deserve a token.
It doesn't do any good.
It doesn't do any good, but you deserve a token.
Well, I mean,
No.
we'll cover it in the
We'll cover it
epilogue.
later.
Yeah.
We'll cover it later.
Well,
I also want to slip away and I don't know where we look now.
really, my other secret goal has been made clear. Has come out. Whether any of you have picked up on it is a different thing. But essentially, my main task is done, and I am going to promptly fuck off onto my next assignment.
Okay. Is that good for you?
So are you like walking out the front door?
Essentially.
Okay. Have fun.
I believe we should ensure he was not the one who killed the Lord before he leaves.
Okay, absolutely. If you want to deal with that, that's fine. I'm gonna look at some interesting stuff around the house and see if we need to do any upgrading. I guess.
Elizabeth, there's still a specific book that Lord Blackmore owned that I think he would have wanted me to have if you could help me search for it. I don't know what is in that vault, but I wonder if it might be in there.
Sure. Yeah.
What book would that be?
Oh, it's got some weird ancient name.
The Necronomicon?
His eyes flipping wide.
I'm not sure. Something like that, maybe.
My lady, would you like him to have the Necronomicon?
What is that?
A very rare artifact.
No.
I just need it for research. I mean, I could bring it back at some point.
I think it'd be best if you left. Lysander.
Why do you want it?
For research.
That's not a good enough answer.
It's chemical research I need it for.
What does the book do?
My lord only conveyed its value and importance.
I want the book. Give me the book. Let's go find the book.
The book is safe. I think it would be best that you retrieve it after prying ears were gone, to avoid my lord's house being stolen from.
You're right. I don't. I'm very persuaded.
I'm very persuaded by keeping all the money for myself.
Roll. Roll a dexterity first. Just either dexterity or, well, except dexterity or spirit. First.
I have the
And
house
then-
and now
and
the zombie
then-
body.
when I tell you
I'm
guys.
living the high life.
So this first roll is separate, and then you can do those.
Okay.
You have weaponized the hardest thing by revealing your secret. I now am. You are the lord of the house, and I serve the house.
Okay.
5 spirit.
Yeah, and okay, then you can make your those other 2 rolls. And spending that token will only apply to one of those
2 6s for the first one. Then a miss on the other one.
Okay. The monster hunter collects his gear, heads out the door, and upon reaching the hall to the door, spins, draws both pistols, and you will take a wound.
Okay.
And I will vanish into the night.
You're running off after that.
Yep.
Ow.
We'll get you a band-aid.
Who all is still here?
Just you 2 now.
You 4, yeah.
Or yeah, you 4.
Squir's probably texting Will furiously.
At this point, I am just eyes locked on both of them to make sure no one else disappears.
Elizabeth, might I speak with you privately?
No.
Why should I?
To explain my research to you, it's best if other people don't know about it.
I'll have him in the front door. We'll do this over a cup of tea.
It's fine if Paul is here, I suppose.
Yes.
I, of course, concede to you, my lady. I would like to ensure others don't wander around the house.
Yeah, you can do that. It's fine.
No more Genghis Khans.
Yeah, where is Genghis Khan? Is he still there?
Presumably wandering the house.
Yes,
Holding the
you can.
Necronomicon.
he's wandering the house, confused and angry.
Do you have a gun on you? Okay, I'm just going to walk over and stand next to you, menacingly,
He's just standing there.
Menacingly.
so that they can have their conversation.
I'm gonna.
I am very tired. I'm going to return to my room.
Perhaps it would be best if we let them finish their conversation first.
And a big meaty hand lands on your shoulder.
If you say so.
Okay, you guys
Okay.
can step aside.
Oh, we're in the kitchen.
I will explain that my main focus of research is in trying to create a philosopher's stone.
Oh, great.
And I think
Because that's always going to work out in everybody's favor.
information in the Necronomicon, with its dealings with unlife and reversing death, might be useful in the creation of it. And I think I'm getting close. I just need the information in that book.
Immortality, turning lead into gold.
If you help me create a
sorts of
philosopher's stone, I'd be willing to give one to you. Assuming I can make 2.
Can I roll to see if I believe him?
I mean, you think he's being honest.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what?
He seems excited about what he's telling you.
Oh.
He has no reason to lie to you.
This is the secret goal of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn.
Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, you've got yourself a partner.
Yes, very good.
I will let Boris know not to attack you, and we will.
Don't let him leave the house with it.
But you do have to, maybe keep the book here. But I will absolutely let you write notes on it and whatnot. I do want the book to stay here. If that's okay.
I may have to stay here for some time then as well.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Can always murder him later.
Hey,
After you guys
I have a philosopher's stone.
Yeah, he's not rich.
So you guys come out from your quiet meeting, and I'm just sitting there, kind of like, like hand on the back of his kind of shoulders and neck, like doing that, like kind of deep massage, and they're like,
This will all blow over, I'm
Did you
sure.
say there was a statue in the entryway? Or something like that?
No, there's not. There was a joke about a gold statue.
Right, and we made that joke
yeah.
that that's what I was going to try to steal.
But no,
Why
there's not a
are
statue.
you
What's
here?
just like a big object around?
Why am I here? I was invited.
I mean,
here.
it's a big old.
I was invited here.
I was invited here.
Why were
There's
you
plenty of
invited?
a lot of large antique furniture.
because I'm a colleague.
They're like presumably like in the
Blackmore.
in the conservatory. There's probably on the ground floor. There might be a fountain or a statue or something like that.
Okay.
That's not enough reason for me not to kick you out.
Would you like me to show him the door, my lord?
Unless you can give me a good reason why he's here.
I was invited here. Pay respects to the Lord Blackmore.
The service is over.
Yes.
There's a giant hole, like there's gun bullets and
If you're
everything.
just
The
going to
Lord's
be
body is crushed, pile of shattered
If I
bones.
have-
There's
All the windows are shattered from like zombie
corpses
hands.
hanging off of them.
It is very late. I do not want to leave in the middle of the night. It's quite cold.
I don't care.
I would appreciate it if I could spend the night here in the quarters you had provided for me.
I didn't provide that. I guess. I don't know, but
Blackmore provides the quarters, but he's no longer the owner of this place. It's now her.
Actually,
Wrap it up.
I showed the room to you. They are, of course, my lord's quarters.
if you don't speak about your secrets, I'm gonna kick you out.
what secrets?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Why do you assume I have a secret?
Punch him.
I punch him.
Oh no.
I feel like I'm being
6.
harshly accused, right?
You
She's
did.
the boss.
You
You
did
take a wound.
summon.
You take a wound.
You did summon Genghis
sum-
Khan.
Yes, you're
I
fucking
will
suspicious.
twist him around, deck him once across the face, and try and get hold by the scruff of his shirt.
We're talking about my ability to summon people from history. It is something that I have learned over my years in sorcery.
So you're a sorcerer.
We're all sorcerers.
This
is what this is.
That's what the club was about.
This is what the club is about.
Well, I'm not a sorcerer, but alright.
That is a filthy lie.
You literally have Ray of Depression.
Well,
I'm just holding with a ball
I
of
guess
face,
that's true.
waiting for you.
I was here, I was invited here. I would appreciate not being sent out into the middle of the night. I am not like these rogues who have left the forest.
To be fair, I'm a monster hunter. I'm quite capable on my own
I am
in
a
like
professor.
elements.
Of history and archaeology, I am not. a
But you
wanderer.
don't have an ulterior motive of being here.
Why would I?
The professor's been honest, it seems, the whole time he's been here.
Oh.
Who was super
He
interested
has
in that
been
clock? And it did save our
around.
asses.
A great deal. As have most of you.
Yes, and I saved our lives.
He did do that.
Did I not save all of our lives?
Killed me.
I was gonna say, do you still have your hand on like the clock? It's just like,
No,
I'll do it.
No, I'm currently just waiting if you ask me to hit him again.
You know what? It's fine.
it's a
Maybe we'll lock him in his room. Maybe put some like biscuits out or something. I don't
Slide him under his door.
Yeah. Just for the night, and then send you on home.
That would be most complimentary.
I can see to it that he is confined to his quarters until the morning.
Thank you.
Make him throw the ball.
No, that's your job.
I'm
It's your
gone.
job for eternity.
Oh,
Wall
you
probably follows you.
Yeah.
No, it's like you can.
After you leave the house.
And especially once you start moving with any speed, if you could like get a hold of a horse or carriage or anything like that, you can just huck the ball into the distance and leave,
Yeah.
and it doesn't seem to keep following you. You are not cursed to throw the ball
Forever.
for the rest of your life.
I'm gonna go find the.
Although it would be a great throwing weapon for a monster hunter.
Turn it into solid gold.
Find what?
The big fountain that you said might be in the conservatory, I'm gonna turn it into solid gold as a thank you.
Nice.
Oh.
Very
If
nice.
you could do that the whole time, we could have struck a deal.
Do you have a philosopher's stone?
Treasure hunter.
No.
I'm just an alchemist.
Oh man, you're gonna be so fucking pissed.
I know you left with the fortune. I'm sure you left with the fortune,
I
which
wish.
is good.
Trying to make it.
You left with something.
And I think I'm close.
Okay.
Okay, there's still the issue of the because you can get past the puzzle lock quite easily.
And I will share to the two of you, after locking him in his quarters, that my lord, your Necronomicon, would be behind that vault.
Oh.
Do you know where the key is?
I know not where the previous lord, kept their key.
Check his pockets.
Has anyone checked Lord Blackmore's pockets?
Boris, would you?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
my lord.
You will find an ornate key.
Yeah.
Your key,
Vest
my
pocket on Lord
Bastard.
Thank you. And I'm going to pop it
Uh,
open.
When my heart sank when I was like, it's not the right key. I'm like, I don't have any time to find that key.
I took my bet. I took my shot. And
Yep,
didn't let it.
That's how it
Moving
goes.
on.
That's the rogue way.
Okay, that key will fit the lock. That will let you
Oh.
access the vault with the Necronomicon.
Alrighty, I guess this flimsy book.
It is a
Human skin book.
pretty much. It's this big, heavy, like it's not crudely made. It was clearly quite finely bound, but it is quite old. You think this is probably one of the Latin translations of the original, which are just as rare as the original. It is quite old. It smells just like just soot and blood. Just holding it feels weird.
I'm going to say, why don't we just put it back for now? It's rather late. I'd rather start on this tomorrow, but we should probably lock it up securely.
Oh, okay.
Now that we know where it is.
Cool. I don't see a problem with that. And so I'll have him put the book down where it was and lock everything up.
Okay. Are you all
Sounds like
retiring for the evening then?
I am.
Did you share the combination with me? The puzzle?
Yeah, I'll show you how to open it.
Okay, so now I know how to open it.
And now has no further need of you.
And
Now you must die.
I do have further need of him because
That's
he's
true.
going to make me a...
Yeah.
boss.
Make you more.
After they adjourn for the night, I will walk past the room of the professor, check that it's still locked. Is it, I assume?
It seems to be. What would anybody like to do with Genghis Khan? He gets extremely defensive anytime somebody walks into the observatory, but it doesn't seem to be about him defending the space. It's more about anybody approaching him. So as long as you kind of all just
Can I
trot
approach?
over and do stuff and leave.
I'd like to go down to the
then
kitchen and get whatever leftovers from the course we have and bring it to him on a tray.
Okay.
Hand it to him.
At some point in the night, I vanish him.
Okay.
Okay.
He gets a good meal out of
I
it.
give him the meal.
He goes back to his
You just go.
You guys aren't going to
I had a dream. You will not believe it.
Genghis, what is best in
I
life?
think the meaning of this dream is invade Europe.
I've seen what the pale-skinned ones do. They should all be killed.
I had a vision of a future that we cannot let come to pass.
This shit
must
gets
be
wild.
destroyed.
This
And
shit
then,
gets wild.
after handing him the food, I will probably, in my lumbering state, keep watch over the Necronomicon for the night.
Okay, give me a spirit check. Stay awake.
Okay. 6.
Okay. Can stay awake. There's any other... I mean, really, if there's any other shenanigans anybody wants to do, period,
Declare it now.
we can probably sort of move on to the end game here.
Okay.
I think everything I have
Are you going to do some
Well,
shenanigans?
first of all, I'm gonna try to unlock the door. Well, is it like a?
It seems to have been locked with a key.
So I can't unlock it from the inside.
No. I mean, you could pick it, but you can't.
Okay. Well, first I'm gonna try to pick it.
Okay.
Which I don't.
How about a mind?
I think mine makes sense.
There's 6 in there.
Okay. You are able to quite easily pick the lock.
I'm gonna go to her.
Really don't know which room is hers though.
I'm not staying in the fucked up one.
Yeah, she's not in the Lord's room. She's probably in.
But he could.
Oh.
I mean.
You can check doors.
Yeah.
Could check doors.
Yeah, I'm gonna check doors, try to find.
Okay. Give me Give me a dex for stealth.
There's a 6 in there.
Okay.
That's 2 sixes.
You are moving
Oh, it's 2 sixes.
extremely quietly, and you can figure out which one is the right room.
Walk in.
Okay.
Resummon Genghis Khan?
Okay. You again.
I'm going to summon just to make it simple, I'm going to summon George Washington.
Okay.
Why? What makes this simple?
Well, for simplicity's sake, I summoned George Washington.
What about that is simple?
Now you all understand why. This is one of the first trademark abilities that got discussed with me working on this campaign. Why I was just immediately like, that's fucking bonkers.
That's hilarious.
It's like, it's gonna be utterly insane as you continue to do this over the.
She's in here, right? You're in
Yeah.
She's sleeping in here.
Yeah.
Sleeping,
Late
right?
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, late
Yeah.
night.
Does George
I
Washington know
just
to be
got
quiet?
into-
Oh, okay, if you're sleeping, never mind. I don't summon anybody.
Okay.
Right.
There are any weapons anywhere?
Damn,
This is-
trustworthy.
This is an old. This is like an old British estate. There are weapons around. Quite a few of them is sort of Lord Blackmore's collection, collected from your guys' travels around the world.
Scimitars,
Exactly.
cavalry swords.
I'm gonna take a
Take a sword down off the mantelpiece.
sword off the mantelpiece or whatever. And
Okay. Give me a. I'll let you choose what skill you're using here, since you have time to kind of line up your shot.
Who are you trying to kill right now?
The Lord of
Oh.
well, I'm gonna use
Good
mine
luck.
because it has.
Man, you thought the professor was such a backstabber.
Literally and figuratively.
There's a 5 in there.
Okay. You will take a wound,
Okay. That's okay.
as you are stabbed with a sword.
Does he get 2 actions or 1?
You
Do it
well,
again?
yeah. I mean, we'll
double.
we'll roll initiative
Oh,
now.
double
I think.
initiative. Wait.
Just write a 1 so you can
Points
keep
are
track of
double
it.
vigor, right?
No, it's 1 plus vigor.
Oh, 1 plus vigor.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
We'll have the two of you roll
Yeah,
initiative.
so Dex.
Good, thank you. 6.
I suppose you could probably use mind here if you wanted, because you're instigating this. Like, this is not reactionary. This is you, like.
Planning this.
Well, I have
you've
a
been planning.
They're
it.
both
That's
The
6.
six
She's
is-
already 6. So maybe.
I'm already 6.
I don't move against 6.
Don't
Still
look like any
6 in
sixes.
there.
Okay. So,
Scree.
you get stabbed,
Huh?
and you will.
Yeah.
You wake up, the
I-
professor has a sword.
Do you scream?
I do scream. I'm gonna scream Boris.
Do I hear a scream?
Give me a. Let's do a mind check for.
For hearing?
For hearing. Probably makes
Me
sense.
too.
Yeah.
That's a
You're in
6.
the house as well.
I,
It's not a subtle scream.
I would be upset about this.
Also 6.
Okay. You are awake up on the third
There's-
floor. You hear a scream. You are jolted awake by.
Like a few rooms
There's
over.
2 actions, like, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then I'm gonna take my gun out of my.
Okay.
Your pocket pistol out of your heels.
Exactly.
You were sleeping.
High heeled.
You were sleeping with your heels on.
I don't have a gun.
It's under the pillow.
I had the hot skillet, but
It's not hot.
I got your 2 weapons right here.
And
Why? You've thrown your life away.
Why not?
He's got some ulterior motive we don't know about.
I guess
and it's
so.
mine for the gun. Or-
Yeah, I'll let you do mind for aiming. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes some sense.
Oh, 2 6s.
Okay. You will take 1 wound.
What is the? It's 3 wounds.
It's 1 plus
One
your
plus
vigor.
vigor, so you have 4.
Okay.
So you have a vigor of 3.
His vigor is
Okay. Yeah, so on the 4th wound you'll go down.
3 strikes and you're out. 4 strikes.
What do we do as far as us in initiative?
Well, it's his turn next, and then I
We
think
just get
it'll
added
just
on
be
at
the
the
two
end.
of you added on to the end.
Okay. Now I'm gonna summon
George Washington?
George Washington.
Jack the Ripper. Ask him who he is.
Yeah, you have to summon him by name, so like Jack the Ripper doesn't do anything.
It's Old Man Jenkins.
He's old
It's
man.
Old Man Jenkkin.
I love the young
Summon George
people.
Washington.
And I'll
Will
say,
George Washington just randomly murder somebody?
A quite confused George Washington.
What's going on here?
Doesn't he? He's a ladies' man.
Well, Benjamin
Yeah.
Franklin was a lady.
Oh, they both
I
were.
stabbed you, and it didn't work, so now I'm gonna try to get somebody to seduce you.
Why would you get George Washington?
That's the opposite order of how this type of
In
my most-
thing normally goes.
In my most colonist-sounding accent,
If you kind of like,
which shouldn't be that much, because they kind of...
They were British, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to say that this Brit has secrets. They're like
this Brit has secrets.
wakes up in a room with something like this. Brit has secrets.
basically, so
Me
this
and
Brit
I-
has like war strategy or something, and
Then why would he kill her? He wants to interrogate her.
You should do Jack the Ripper.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
would be all
I think
about
in
just
this
murdering
situation-
oh yeah,
In this situation, don't you just want like
when
a
did Jack the
murderer?
Ripper go missing?
When he summoned him, and never sent him back.
Jack the Ripper might be
But,
later.
but does he have to
It's like
summon
the
them by
time of
name?
the-
Because you don't know Jack the Ripper's name.
No, I think
That's just an
I think
epithet.
Jack the Ripper is before this.
Well, it's
Well, he was the 1800s,
Yeah,
wasn't he?
it's like early 1800s, wasn't he?
yeah,
He was
right about now.
He's active, yeah. Like,
Oh,
So he's not
in
historical at this point.
1888.
So he's not dead.
really, like,
Yeah.
there's a very real chance that he is not dead currently. So.
he's him.
We found him. Anyways, I'm just gonna say, like, look, you got a gun, like you have it, like you have a
But
gun.
you have a sword actively in me.
I'm not scared.
Phrasing.
Stop me! You just sword out.
I took it out.
I'm bleeding.
I took it out.
Oh,
Back out. Like, you know what I mean?
You had a bug on you. I was trying to kill
I
it.
stabbed you, but I also unstabbed you.
So you're gonna try.
Are you gonna try and reason with her right
You're
now?
gonna summon George Washington.
Please summon him.
to murder a random woman?
Okay, no,
Who is
because
somebody you wanna say?
George Washington would just murder somebody. Who would just murder somebody? That's not me.
We're in the wrong time period. All the serial killers are in the future.
You need a some
Why
of
didn't
the,
I make it so I could summon people from the future?
So it would have been even more confusing than it already is.
I don't know how I would have known.
yeah. How would you like know their names?
You could summon some like French revolutionary and say she's a queen or something.
Yeah.
French Revolution.
French Revolution? That's
That was,
1700s.
Do you know how to
Late
speak
1700s, right? No, late 1700s.
I don't know. Do I
Just
know how to speak French?
Roll. Let's see.
It's a French Revolution. She's
Bourgeoisie.
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 I do not speak French.
You do not speak French.
Why would the word bourgeoisie? You just point to bourgeoisie.
You are. Unfortunately for me, no names currently come to mind. Even though I like.
I'm
took
trying to
it-
think.
Yeah, even though I at least one
famous
history class that I
French
did a
Revolutionary.
lot of stuff on the French Revolution.
You know what?
But you are a like professor of history, so I will let you just summon the most like violent like French revolutionary you can think of.
Okay.
But you don't speak French, so this is gonna be a problem if you
Dress
do it.
Like, I'm
Why not just resummon
witch.
Genghis Khan again?
Well, he already knows not to trust this guy.
You're
Yeah, if you summon Genghis Khan again.
You don't know what his
Second
secret
one is
motives
fine.
are and stuff. So
You're gonna be like, what? This again?
Were the French
Weirdly
super
enough,
against women's rights?
really good.
I look like a poor woman.
I mean, sort of everybody was, but it's like,
Yeah, it is the time.
it's not like.
Yeah, okay. I'll just French Revolutionary, and
Bourgeoisie!
I at least know like maybe
word.
the French word for like British or something. I would
Well, like the
guess.
French word for. Did you just know the word bourgeoisie?
Bourgeoisie. Yeah, I'll just say like bourgeoisie, something like that. I guess. Just
Okay.
because
Give
I
me
don't
a-
know that stuff.
Roll
but-
me a spirit check, and I suppose. Yeah, just give me the straight up spirit. I think.
They got me fluent in French, but we'll know that.
There's 5 in there.
Okay.
And then I'll stab her.
Right.
There's a 5 in there.
Okay, you take another wound.
Ouch.
Ouchie, my bones.
That's two,
So next is Mr. Bridges.
Well, I guess I'd probably have put that away. I'd like to just say that something exists and use it. I'm going to start stomping down the stairs, and as I go, grab a bust of my Lord Blackmore and continue stomping down the stairs.
You're about to get busted.
I assume I can't get there. I'm going from the third floor, so probably it'll take me another round before I get there.
Yeah, you can get to the You can get to the bottom of the stairs. That goes to the floor.
I am on my way.
Next is our Adeptus Major.
Can I get there in one turn?
It'll take both actions, but you can get there in one turn.
Okay, I'll get in the room.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I'll yell stop.
Okay.
Wait, do I know French for stop? I lied. It's French.
You don't know he's French?
I don't even know.
Parlez-vous français?
This
Bon baguette.
this just wild-eyed Frenchman is going to take a shot at you with a musket.
Nice.
As you come bursting in through the door.
Speaking in a foreign language. No less.
He misses, so he will instead attempt to bayonet you.
Yes,
Well, the
he's
bayonet
moving.
was.
He has some beauty. He does have to use his movement probably to get to the doorway.
But it's not that big of a room.
Oh yeah, if he's in the door.
Brave thing to say when you're in bayonet range.
He'll do a good job of keeping us busy at the door.
He will
while
miss
you
with the
two-
bayonet as well.
Oh,
While you two tango.
Because I
he's
can't
too
take
drunk
10
on wine.
minutes.
Which brings us back to the top, which is Justin.
Sure.
This is literally turning into the Jenga.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm shooting. And that's a 5.
Okay. You will take a wound.
And I'm going to shoot again.
Yep.
That old 6-shot revolver.
Yeah, let's see.
And that's a 2 5s.
Yeah, that's one more wound.
You can use it to soak it. You can use that.
Yeah.
Oh, and to not take the wound.
Soaking it.
You can use it.
It's your turn.
I would donate my coins to you, Jocelyn, but I don't think I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Nope. Shoot.
That's okay.
Those are your stabby
He's mine. Higher than the fair and square.
You took those and rode with them off into the sunset.
26.
Jocelyn takes a wound.
So you have one left.
One left.
He gets one more stab.
He gets one more stab.
Ooh, and she doesn't have anything.
It's not a
6.
huge.
There's a chance. I mean,
There's a chance.
two that are each 1 in 3 chance to hit.
There's
a 6.
Get a 5.
Down.
Stabbed.
Well, I'll avenge you.
Well, he'll.
Tragic end.
Next,
Mr. Bridges
So-
will.
Next is Mr. Bridges.
I don't have the action to go grab the deed. do
Nope.
It's in my
Seeing-
dead bosom.
Am I able to force my way? Oh, I guess I'm still trying to get to the room. I don't know how long that takes.
You could get to the door of the room. Like you get just inside the door of the room
Okay.
with your actions.
I would like to do so. Seeing how he has murdered the lady of the house. Just single-minded. I don't care about the Frenchman with the bayonet. I am holding this bust and I'm lumbering towards him. But that's my move. Both my move to get there.
I don't know how much. This is a pretty small room, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn a bunch of the air around the Frenchman and the professor into pure fire.
Okay.
Damn.
They will each take a wound.
And I think
And then I guess I'll take a swing at this Frenchman.
Well, I suppose do you go down with
I'm
that?
down.
Yeah.
So I assume when you go down, the Frenchman is probably teleported back to his own time, since it's your power to begin here.
forever?
You know what? To have a objective decision.
let's just
Evens,
roll.
Evens, yes. Odds, no.
Sure, I'll accept it.
Evens, he's still there.
Frenchman is. You
I don't
just
know
caused
who
a
this guy is,
temporal
but he's trying to
paradox.
stab me, so I'm punching him.
Nope. Okay. Which brings it to his turn.
Watch you be the only one left alive.
Stab at you with
Hey,
a
Well, I have 3 hit points though, so.
that is a wound.
Nope.
That is a miss.
Great.
So now I believe the top of the initiative order is Mr. Bridges.
So they're both dead.
Well, does down mean dead? Can you be revive?
I mean, I think it's like
isn't-
lethal damage.
This
right?
is
Oh,
not
okay.
unless otherwise specified. This
No,
is not
totally
a.
fine. I was just.
This is not a. This is not meant to be a forgiving
No, no,
system. because
This is
ran
French.
away.
This
It's
is
French.
French.
This is
The Lord of the
Vanished, ran away, dead, dead.
About face, forward march. I will try and brain him with the bust.
Listen, I didn't run away. I had another job to do, so I.
Five.
So.
Five on the
five
button.
will.
It will be.
Yeah, five will give him a wound.
And a second busting. Second 5.
Okay, he has taken 2 wounds.
Okay, that's my turn.
Oh, is he
This
still
is the
alive?
alchemist. Yeah.
Alright, well, all I do is try and punch him. It's a 5.
Okay.
Cold
You,
fire.
it connects.
Alright, we got one more. Gotta get rid of this guy before he kills me. Nope.
With
Uh-oh.
the
Okay.
old combo.
No, I think you have 3 wounds.
I have 3.
Yeah.
But I've taken 1, so if he hits me with both attacks.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is instead probably going to stab at what he used to large effect, both physically and the
Fair
fact that it
enough.
gave him a
I'm just an
busting.
old man only.
Yeah, get over me.
That's 1 wound.
Okay,
That's a second wound.
okay, I am still up. Is that back to me?
It is.
I'm gonna bust his ass.
Let's kill him.
5?
You'll give him a wound.
Nope.
Okay.
It's down to you.
Alright,
It's gonna be me.
Hey.
Hey.
5 and a 6.
Okay. He
Solid punch.
doesn't go down, but he's reeling.
Come on, Birdie.
He got 5.
Okay. He doesn't seem to be dead on account of how you're just punching him, and you're not a particularly strong person. But he does. You do seem to like probably give him a concussion. He goes down and
Is he
just
bad?
sort of
No, he's just trapped here forever.
he
right?
just sort of rides softly on the ground.
We have a new Frenchman.
Not for long.
I don't say that for him.
I'm going to look at you, look at him, and be like, I'll clean the mess. I'm going to cave his head
Okay.
in on the ground if he's
Vanish
unconscious.
I'm gonna go try and do medicine to save Elizabeth.
Okay, sure.
I probably won't be very good at this.
That I'll make that a mind check, but take 1d6 away because you're.
I kind of.
Quick for you to
You
see
don't
what
have to do that.
Oh no.
Boris!
Her last wishes were for you to be able to use the Necronomicon.
No, I'm trying to save her. You can't say no to this, can you? What if she's still alive and technically still your lord? If she is still alive, then I save her.
Well, it's there's a thing here.
It's more, I feel like it's more
Let's see.
about the whole
Go ahead.
thing as the
Go ahead.
deed.
Alright, I'm ready. We'll see if there's anything I can do.
Nope.
That's a no. She's dead.
Yeah, so
She's dead.
Don't turn to both of
Don't die on me! God damn it, she died.
Her final wishes were for you to be able to research here. That would be honored. But the book will stay here.
That's fine with me, but who does the deed to this place go to now?
Well,
Technically, technically, there's still a nephew out there.
Next to him.
There's still a next of kin.
And
let's
see.
Yeah, let's roll into some post-game discussion
Yeah, post-game
and
discussion.
some conversation about secret knowledge and secret goals.
Did anyone successfully steal stuff?
So,
I
I'll go down the list of secret goals, and we'll see who had them and whether or not you completed them. Did you manage to find the deed for the house and take it for yourself?
No. No, I was not.
Matty G, did you find Lord Blackmore's fortune?
I did not, but I did survive.
Indeed you did.
Was that your other one?
His other secret goal was to survive. Let's see. Steal Lord Blackmore's Necronomicon. You did get access to it.
Right, I didn't steal it, but I did finagle my way into being able to use it.
So I think that probably counts.
I would say that counts because
I think that
that's
probably
such a
counts.
nitpicky thing. Like he still has it.
Exactly.
And it worked out.
Yeah.
I think you absolutely managed to complete that one. Jerry, did you manage to kill the butler?
On a technicality,
The
no.
butler did die
Repeatedly.
more than once, but it wasn't necessarily by your hand.
Yeah.
How does everyone
You
feel
never
about
gave
that?
me the final shot,
Yeah.
right?
He's still.
You didn't turn the key.
You're still kicking. I don't know
Yeah.
about that.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can't. We can't.
All Jerry had to do was kill him one of the time.
I would argue that he never dealt the killing blow to me, because
Yeah.
even when he shot me in the head, I
That's-
was already dead.
Yeah.
I hadn't come
That's
back
sort
to
of
life.
my argument as well.
Yeah,
I
no, I
argued
was
he
gonna
never
like.
killed
I was never going to like. Technically, no, but I was around when he died twice.
But Jocelyn managed
So.
to discover the secret passages in the house.
oh.
Hey.
And
Jocelyn also chose another player and ensured that they survived the game.
Hey.
That player did just cut and run of their own accord, but they did survive. I thought it was very funny that you chose the person who just had the objective survive.
Burnt down.
I was kind of hoping somebody would choose the butler, because then things would have gotten real murky by the end. It's like, oh, he's dead! He got
But
back
he
up!
isn't dead.
Like, oh, he's dead. He got back up!
Hey, you gotta run.
Who
You
had
don't know,
discovered
Jerry.
another
Yeah, I know.
secret
How the hell was
goal?
I supposed to know? I had to
Did
kill him.
anybody- Nobody really... It became pretty clear that people were trying to
Get the book.
steal things, the
Yeah.
Necronomicon in particular. So I think you probably got that one, even though nobody announced like this is my secret goal.
You did also die, though, so I don't know if it matters.
Jerry did manage to find and play with the ghost dog.
Aww.
That's what. That was one. That was one of the
You were
reasons.
destined to play fetch forever. Okay.
Yeah, that was one of
That was
the.
one of my secret bits of knowledge I knew. Do not play fetch with the ghost dog.
Now, find out how Lord Blackmore died.
Well,
I don't think anybody did figure that.
He was poisoned, which one of you
I already
knew,
knew that.
A suit.
but I don't believe it ever got mentioned.
I didn't say it out loud.
Was it the butler?
no.
Medi G had survived. Erickson, find out who poisoned Lord Blackmore,
Oh,
which
that
he did not
changes
manage.
something.
Which he did not.
I didn't
really
realize.
manage to do.
The wording as I had it written down was find out who killed my lord and how. And I was going to argue that he killed my lord by stabbing her to death in bed.
So you were trying to find out who
Lord
poisoned
Blackwood.
Lord Blackmore,
I just wrote it down inaccurately on my goal.
which nobody managed to do, and prevent anything from being stolen.
Which I don't know if anyone stole anything.
I didn't manage to steal anything.
My goal wasn't to steal anything, regardless.
Which I think Jocelyn manages to win because she's the only person who completed both of her
But she's also
secret
dead.
goals. But living or dead only matters
If
in
you
the
go
it's
case
a
of
tie?
breaking ties.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
2 out of 2.
This dead bitch won.
See, I got screwed because what I was going to do is, had Jocelyn not fired at you when you were on the bed holding the essentially when I did the superhero landing, I was gonna superhero land on both of you.
Yeah,
And-
I killed him.
was it you killed him?
I got hit by the
people
arrow
were
that he
taking
shot through
Yeah.
the Lord Blackmore into me.
So we had part of what was a lot of fun about this.
Yeah.
So the secret knowledge and the secret goals were kind of meant to put people crosswise a little bit. After 72 hours, Lord Blackmore will resurrect as some sort of undead creature, and he specifically asked Jerry's character to make sure to put him down when he resurrected.
Which I did.
Only one of you had seen the will and had been left the house if they survived the night,
Which I did not.
which is a counter argument to your even how you have it written down. She wasn't technically the owner of the house until the morning. She just didn't mention that to anyone.
Creative storytelling.
Which is a smart thing to do. Lord Blackmore's last words on the night of his death were, "Don't let me die in the observatory," which immediately quite a few of you picked up on, like, but he died in bed. But it must be important he told us that. And
Which was good.
it was. Lord Blackmore hinted more than once at some sort of last resort hidden in the walls of his house. It has something to do with the clock in the main room. You poisoned Lord Blackmore. Why and how? It was arsenic in a bottle of wine. Do you want to explain why?
So I set up this whole
Game.
This whole game, basically. I was like, I'm going to kill Lord Blackwood as an opportunity to search through his house and try to find his treasure and then abscond with it. Because I am not, in fact, Count Greystone. I am, in fact, Tom Smith, who is a Moriarty-esque thief who instead of trying to commit, like, small burglaries and, robbing banks and dumb shit like that, he's like, I will concoct a scheme to
get a fortune.
to get a fortune
I
all in one
spent
go.
years of my life
Yeah.
working on the same.
And so
grants.
my let's see, secret knowledge was that I knew who killed Lord Blackwood and that I was not in fact Count Greystone. But my trademark ability was that I have like a master level of disguise where I could have disguised myself as anyone and used. I was like, if it's more of a, it didn't end up that way, but it's like it was like more of a covert.
It had the potential to.
It had some
really.
it had some potential.
really
Like if I
cause trouble.
disguise, like if the body went missing and it wasn't like that, it's like I walk out as Lord Blackwood and I could just like do whatever the fuck I wanted.
Disguise yourself as another
player
or something.
Yeah.
And then you had been warned multiple times not to play with the ghost dog haunting the house.
Don't play. Not all good boys. Fetch bad,
And-
bite worse.
And that was sort of exactly what I was hoping for, was those moments where they're like, we're in the middle of a fight, I have a job to do, the ghost dog keeps dropping the ball.
Well, I kept trying to what essentially I was trying to do was trying to get the dog to attack
And
for
using,
me.
Even just using the ball
As a weapon?
Genius. was quite intelligent.
that was quite
that was an excellent way to get around that that problem.
At the end of the thing, I went, well, 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Jocelyn's
1 out of 2 wasn't bad.
trademark ability was that she could just make someone believe a lie.
Okay.
She mostly just used it as a ray
As a
of
depression.
early on. Jerry could choose at any point could spend a token and roll, like essentially choose any ability score
For any check.
for any
Yeah.
check,
So
whether it made sense or not.
the wording was use my highest. So so my strength was my highest. So if I had a dex, I would just use the token and I can roll 6 instead of the 1.
Yeah.
Andy?
Sklar could summon any like dead historical personage.
Wait, Sklar, what were your goals? To get the deed and
Get the deed of the house.
Get the deed. Find out everybody else. There's somebody else's secret goal.
And you did neither of those?
Costigan was
You got
essentially just an actual alchemist. He could transmute
Matter into other kinds of matter.
Nice.
Which is why when I first went into Secret Passageway, after you guys left the library, I just turned the bookcase into air and just walked through. I don't know that anybody ever went back.
Nobody ever went back to the
to see how I. Or you would have seen
where was the
bookcase
fortune?
is just gone.
The fortune was behind a portrait of Lord Blackmore in the study.
in the study, I was
But
so
the
close.
only thing you checked was the desk.
was the
But
desk.
there was a safe in there.
Yeah. I thought once again I had the key. I'm like, aha! There's
Eric
there's
could spend a token to resurrect.
My trademark ability is when it happens, it don't.
really do me like that.
It didn't like that, but it do.
So of course,
Literally the reverse through.
Sklar summoned a famous like mechanical engineer who had died like 20 years before to help him try and figure out the clock.
Nice.
And then after that, summoned Hattori Hanzo to try and get him to sneak around the house and find a key, but didn't speak Japanese.
Amazing.
And then you all saw him summon Genghis Khan, and at the end,
And the French Revolution.
Amazing. Fantastic. Really fun. Definitely very
Well, I also had 2 other pieces of secret knowledge technically, which was I knew the Necronomicon was in the observatory behind that locked case, and I knew that Costigan knew the last words of the Lord because I was the person in the house.
He didn't know what the last words were.
I just knew you were the last person to
He
speak.
just knew that you were present for him.
Yeah, and then obviously my
Blackmore's monster? Question mark.
Well done to everyone who
Yeah, it was lots of
survived,
fun.
and well done
To the victor.
our winner.
Yes.
The dead victor.
Really betrayed you that you know of.
Yeah.
We just end the game on good terms.
You kept
You
deciding
fully
to betray
intended
it.
to.
I kept
That-
deciding to betray them and be like, actually, I could do this in a different way.
And then the situation changed just before you.
Which probably would have been for the best, because you'd have had another, 13 wounds to go through to kill me at the end if we were at odds.
I really expected at some point everyone was just going to team up on the butler,
That's what I thought was
kill him,
happening.
and then everybody would just try and accomplish all of their own objectives. But the secret goals were designed to put you at odds.
If I got in a
Thank
fight
you.
with you, I would just throw the air around you into a stone box and run.
And part of the point with having one person looking for the deed, having someone looking for the Necronomicon, having someone looking
Having someone
for
have the deed,
the
so they have to
fortune.
get it from them.
Well, part of the intention with that was to was for those early game moments where it's like you're both in the library looking for hidden passages in the walls, and like you both can clearly tell that everybody else is like up to something.
I'm happy that you did a good job of setting a bunch of people at odds, because I was like, oh no, everyone's secret goal is steal something from the house, and my secret goal is stop them from stealing something from the house.
Which kept you very busy.
Well, you know what's funny is it kept you busy, and like, granted, I was acting the most sketch, but it was like, but I did not like. I was obviously did not match, and like I did not belong with this group.
Apart from his odd desire to kill the butler, Jerry's character was the most like Lord Blackmore like trusted him with this dangerous secret and asked him to like accomplish this task.
Unfortunately, and because your goal was to kill me, you were like very untrusting of me. Because if you weren't sketch, like the way I was playing it at first was like, I assume everyone. I'm trying to find out who killed him. Whoever's the most sketchy, so I'm going to assume did it at first. And so I was like, you're the most sketchy, because everyone else, they're being sketchy and I don't notice it when they're in the library.
Yeah.
But your sketch was very clear and apparent right in front of me.
I liked that you two set each other at odds very quickly, which sort of gave reason for Jerry like having a desire to kill the butler.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is just for, being the monster hunter, it was like very like focused. Like it's like, I don't need somebody to hold my hand while I go do things, which is one of the reasons why I kept not trusting the butler, because he kept wanting to be by my side. It's like, I don't need you for this.
The more sketchy you were, the more I wanted to be by your side.
The more you wanted to be by my side, the more I wanted you did.
I'm fine with that, yeah. See who the real winner is.
Triple six, real deal scratch.
Triple six, real deal scratch.
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. You become the villain of the next campaign.
Making a philosopher's stone.
There you go.
You become the monster I must hunt next.
So we can keep chatting about this, but we should probably stop this recording. Getting close to 4 hours. This was a lot of fun. It worked out pretty well. It's definitely an unbalanced system, but that's kind of part
it's
of the
by
point.
design.
It's a one shot, and I like what the trademark abilities add to it, and how drastically varied everybody's trademark abilities ended up being. That was really quite wonderful. So thank you all for playing in it, for giving this rough shot system a test run.
Play test.
And thank you all so much for watching. We should have a Dread game coming out as well this Halloween.
Yep.
And we had a bunch of Halloween content last year. We do Dread games every year, which are always a lot of fun. So if you're looking for similarly intense PvP, might I recommend the I don't remember what it's called.
Something jungle?
The jungle Dread game
game
that we did.
Dread of the Jungle.
Dread of the Jungle. Yeah.
The
Dread of the Jungle game we did last Halloween.
With the
the intense PvP.
Ends in an extremely intense Jenga.
Whoever is Ned Flanders is in that video.
And then a commenter. No, that wasn't Ned.
That was
the Ted Lasso.
Yeah, that was the other one.
I was not there for that one.
So we will see you all in the next video, I suppose.
Bye.